This page depicts a Dreamcast Magazine cover. Weekly Giant Antigram, Fighting Spirit Retsuden 4. Big Feature, Lead Story Report KOF. Dreamcast Magazine, 1999, Volume 21. July 2nd, 420 yen. The King of Fighters Dream Match, 1999.
J-League Pro Soccer, Let's Make a Club. Dies Crimson 2. Shenmue. Dino Shokutaku 2. Game Users Recommended Giant Graham Pro Wrestling. New Japan Pro Wrestling in Nippon Budokan. Fighting Spirit Retsuden 4 is also a comprehensive special feature. Special project in 2 parts. The modest counterattack of the 16-256-bit machine, Mega Drive. Killer software and rough B-world game characters. Drawn from Fineness, digging up Sega's former main hardware Mega Drive. Dreamcast latest information. Frame guide. Bioweapon expandable carrier Metropolitan Expressway battle. Dreamcast thorough strategy complete guide. Dynamite Deca 2 EGG.
The image shows a promotional advertisement for a new service, likely for the Dreamcast console seen in the background. The method is different. The service is different. The simplicity is different. The sound is different. The video is different. The fun is different. The excitement is different. The emotion is different. It's different from that. It's completely different. It's thoroughly different. New Internet Web TV starts. This advertisement promotes Web TV in Japan, highlighting its user-friendly email features and a special offer tied to the Dreamcast. Web TV offers easy one-click email access, supports up to 6 email addresses, and allows for pausing connections to save on phone charges. A campaign offers a free Web TV connection kit and participation in a bingo game for a chance to win prizes, including a 10,000 yen gift certificate. To participate, users need to find an application postcard in a Dreamcast box, send it in, postage free, connect the Web TV software, and join online for 2,000 yen monthly, 15 hours usage, or 15 yen per minute overage. The bingo game involves finding numbers on a designated homepage, and the deadline is the end of August.
This Dreamcast Magazine's contents feature a special report on professional wrestling, including game recommendations, a catalog of wrestling games, and introductions to various wrestling groups. A Dreamcast special report highlights anticipated titles like The King of Fighters, Shenmue, and J-League Pro Soccer Club, Otsukuru, and Dino Shokutaku 2. Hot game information is presented for titles such as Frame Guide, Carrier, and Nostalgic Illusion Serenade No. 3, Perpetual Blue. Other sections include a Dreamcast Soft Complete Guide, a promotion for Soul Calibur, and special projects on garage kits, soft vinyl figures, and a look back at the Sega Mega Drive.
This page depicts the game index. Elemental Gimmick Gear, P102. To the north. White Illumination, P113. Carrier, P70. The King of Fighters Dream Match, 1999, P16.
Sunrise Ayutan, P92. Let's create a J-League Pro Soccer Club, P26. Shenmue, P32. Giant Graham, P37. All Japan Pro Wrestling 2IN Nippon Budokan, P37. Shutoko Battle, P90. Divine Machine World Evolution, P120. New Japan Pro Wrestling 2Con Retsuden 4, P37. Bioweapon Expendable, P66. Sengoku TURB, P121. Soul Calibur, P108. Dynamite Cop 2, P98. D's Dinner Table 2, P34. Death Crimson 2, P28. Frame Glide, P64. Wait. YUKYUGENSOUKYOKU3. Perpetual Blue, P95. World Neverland Plus Oral Kingdom Story, P116. Cover illustration. The King of Fighters Dream Match 1999. Illustration production. Morikyo. SNK 1999. Cover design. Masahide Murata, Stone Age.
ASC2EC, Sega, and ASC2 are launching an internet serial drama called The Cage of Grauen, produced by Yasushi Akimoto and starring Sayaka Yoshino. The mystery drama will begin broadcasting on October 1st, with daily episodes for a year. Viewers can access the drama for free through the Grauen web on the Esekai website, launching July 30th. Dreamcast, DC, Users can watch via a dedicated GDROM released by Sega bi-monthly. The drama features interactive elements, including character databases, email/chat communication, and a scenario engine that adapts to user profiles. The Cage of Grauen follows high school student Naoka Kuda as she experiences a serial murder case in a mansion outside Tokyo. Users will need a password to view each day's episode, obtainable through the GDROM for DC users, or via email/chat for PC users. This week's news covers events and promotions across gaming and entertainment.
All Japan Pro Wrestling's Budokan Tournament, a pre-release promotion for the DC version of Giant Graham 2000, featured game consoles and wrestler participation, generating fan excitement. Sega is celebrating its official homepage's 3rd anniversary with a present campaign offering autographs and Sega goods. Applications are accepted online until June 27th. A fan presentation for the DC version of Langrisser Millennium will be broadcast on Radio Nippon and AMKOBE. Namco's Inti Club Theater in Shibuya will host Tatsunoko Festa, an all-night anime screening event featuring Tatsunoko production classics. Finally, Tokyo Joyopolis in Odaiba introduces Aqua Arena, a virtual aquarium experience, and Fukuoka Joyopolis launches 2 new attractions, Drift Kart and Wild River. Several events and product announcements related to PC gaming and entertainment are detailed. Windows World Expo Tokyo 99, featuring PC games and technologies, will be held from June 30th to July 3rd. Wonder Eggs 3 is opening a new attraction, The Mummy Lost Desert of Hamunaptra, on June 26th. FNC will host FNC First Contact on June 6th and announce the July 29th release date of With You Staring at You for the Saturn. Compile, with President Nitani, held a CD debut live on May 22nd and June 6th. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of Choro Q, a Choro Q cube is being offered to 5 people via a paint campaign. Finally, Disney de Asobu Pasacon Life, a book about Disney and PCs, is also being given away to 5 people. This magazine features a mix of entertainment and business news. In Sakura Wars New Song Review 3, a new CD album and live performances are announced. In business, Konami is suing Jaleco over alleged copyright infringement of their Beatmania technology used in Jaleco's VJ. Konami claims patent infringement, while Jaleco denies this, citing prior art and preparing to invalidate Konami's patent. Taito Corp is entering the fast food industry with a new hot dog shop. Music releases include albums and singles from various artists. 9 Shares Snappers, Ginny Whoops, Yakei Ziget, SES, and I Maeda. Finally, a present application is announced, offering prizes to readers who apply with the correct information. This article details the top 10 Dreamcast game sales from May 31st to June 6th. Dynamite Dakeka 2 topped the list, followed by Elemental Gimmick Gear and The House of the Dead 2. Other titles in the top 10 include Get Bass, Blue Stinger, Marvel vs. Capcom, Power Stone, Sega Rally 2, Psychic Force 2012, and Arrow Dancing. The Dreamcast console price is dropping to 19,900 yen, with 5 popular titles priced at 1,990 yen until July 31st. The rankings include weekly and cumulative sales figures, release dates, and prices. Information on compatibility with various accessories and features like vibration and online play is also included. This Dreamcast Magazine excerpt ranks the top 30 most anticipated games before their release, based on reader surveys from June 18th. Shenmue from Sega remains at number 1, followed by Grandia 2, Game Arts, and Soul Calibur, Namco, at numbers 2 and 3 respectively. Other highlighted titles include Giant Graham, Sega, at number 27, and New Japan Pro Wrestling 2 Konratsuden 4, Tomy, at number 32. These games are scheduled for release at different times, and include RPG, action, and wrestling genres. Information on release dates, prices, and gameplay features are also included. This document presents 2 rankings. A Transplant Wish top 20 inches of games readers desire to see ported, including titles like Sakura Wars and Metal Gear Solid, and a video game income ranking showcasing top-earning arcade games such as Virtua Striker 2 and Street Fighter II Third Strike. The Transplant Wish ranking reveals reader preferences, with Sakura Wars topping the list. A price reduction is noted for Dreamcast users, suggesting a potential increase in user base and possible game port announcements. The income ranking features Street Fighter II Third Strike,
highlighting its success and showcasing new features. New arcade games, such as F355 Challenge and Tekken TT, are also mentioned, with a focus on the upcoming Iron Fist Tag Tournament. This document forecasts the release schedule of software and peripherals for the Dreamcast, spanning from June 1999 to an undetermined future date. The schedule includes a variety of genres, from action and role-playing games to simulation and sports titles. Compatibility with various accessories, such as the visual memory, racing controllers, microphones, and fishing controllers, is also noted. June 1999 saw several releases, including Biohazard Expendable and Metropolitan Expressway Battle. Numerous titles were slated for July and August, such as Street Fighter 03 and Soul Calibur. The schedule continues, with releases planned for September, October, November, and December 1999, followed by several titles with undecided release dates throughout 2000 and beyond. Notable titles with undecided release dates include Shenmue, Chapters 1 and 2.
Peripherals included a Neo Geo Pocket/Dreamcast connection cable.
Weekly Dreamcast Magazine features a Dreamcast Reader Race, where readers rate games out of 10 with average scores published. The page lists game rankings based on reader votes, including rank, genre, and average score. The Giant Channel peripheral is also reviewed, with a score of 7.8333. Dynamite Deteka 2 receives attention, scoring 8.8518, and praised for improvements and features. Reader comments discuss gameplay and replayability, highlighting pros and cons. A review section mentions upcoming price cuts and encourages readers to vote for titles. Software achieving 9 points or more for 10 weeks becomes a reader's favorite and honorary stallion. This Dreamcast gaming page features game reviews, reader polls, and peripheral information. Reviews include Elemental Gimmick Gear, The House of the Dead 2, and Get Bass, with scores and reader feedback. An odds table ranks Dreamcast peripherals based on user votes, highlighting popular items like the Puru Puru Pack and Arcade Stick. Readers share opinions on games and participate in polls and contests, with instructions provided on how to submit evaluations and predict game rankings for a chance to win prizes like software and peripherals. The page also highlights a new user welcome project for Dreamcast owners in future issues. This Japanese gaming magazine, likely Weekly Dreamcast, features reviews for Giant Graham All Japan Pro Wrestling 2 in Nippon Budokan and Living Weapon Expendable. Giant Graham receives generally positive feedback. Reviewers praise its realistic wrestler likenesses, movesets, and training modes. Some find it accessible to newcomers due to displayed commands. However, one reviewer notes long loading times.
Expendable is a top-down shooter.
While one reviewer finds the difficulty rewarding and the game satisfying, others mention high difficulty and a focus on destruction. Some reviewers are turned off by the grotesque elements, but others appreciate the sound design and addictive gameplay loop. The game is considered a solid, if unassuming, title of them. Reviewer comments are also provided, offering insight into the reviewers' personalities and gaming preferences. This review covers several Dreamcast titles. Dream Match 1999, King of Fighters, is praised for its large roster and engaging gameplay, though the 3D backgrounds are a weak point. The reviewer enjoys the CPU battle mode and practice mode features. Shutoku Battle offers realistic graphics of the Capital Expressway and enjoyable car customization. Ziggy is highlighted for its high-level graphics, challenging courses, and realistic physics simulation, though some find the driving gameplay can become repetitive. BOIDCDC and Giant Channel are visual memory games. BOIDCDC lets players raise a partner robot, Kid, and links with a Dreamcast software title. Giant Channel offers mini-games and can link to Giant Graham All Japan Pro Wrestling 2 in Nippon Budokan. This page depicts Kyo Kusanagi in flames, and another character in a hall setting, promoting the game The King of Fighters Dream Match, 1999. Days. Exhilarating startup, overflowing with emotion. KOF characters move. Original opening animation. This opening is played as an advertisement. The battle scene between sworn rivals Kyo Kusanagi and Iori Yagami, fighting with the moonlit night as their backdrop, is beautifully depicted in animation. Other characters cut in here and there, making it very visually satisfying and impactful. Special move introduction. The curtain on the battle is about to be raised soon. This time too, we will bring you the latest information on KOF 1999, which is just around the corner from its release. Please look forward to this title, which includes elements equal to, or even greater than, the arcade version. SNK. Scheduled to be released on June 24, 5,800 yen. Fighting action, Neo Geo Pocket Link, KOFR2. Reference mark commands are for when the character is facing right.
Red moves on the move list are super special moves.
This magazine page previews Asterisk, The King of Fighters 98 Asterisk for the Dreamcast, a complete port of the arcade fighting game with 3D backgrounds and Neo Geo Pocket integration. It focuses on the main character team, providing move lists for Kyo Kusanagi, Benimaru Nikaido, and Goro Daimon. Kyo's moveset emphasizes Kusanagi-style martial arts, including Aragami, Dokugami, and the powerful Mushiki. Benimaru utilizes lightning-based attacks, like Raijin Ken and Super Inazuma Kick, as well as combo-focused moves, like Hondo Sandengari. Goro's style revolves around throws and ground-based attacks, like Jiraishin and Uranage, with techniques like Iwa no Yama leading to powerful follow-up throws. This guide excerpt details the fighting styles of several characters likely from a King of Fighters game. Terry Bogard is a rush-down character with strong ground attacks. Andy Bogard is a technical fighter utilizing aerial and ninjutsu-based moves. Joe Higashi uses powerful uppercuts and a jumping projectile. Ryo Sakazaki is a balanced fighter known for his strong offense and defense, including a powerful lightning god slash. Robert Garcia specializes in continuous kick-based attacks and aerial techniques. Yuri Sakazaki is a mobile all-rounder with strong aerial combat and derivative moves similar to other characters. The guide provides insights into each character's strengths, special moves, and combat strategies, emphasizing their unique playstyles. This document details characters from King of Fighters Dream Match 1999, organized into the Ikari, Psycho Soldier, K1, and Chin teams. The Ikari team consists of Leona, powerful combos and anti-air, Ralph, projectile attacks and aerial Galactica Phantom, and Clark, grappling techniques. The Psycho Soldier team features Athena Asamiya, command throws, Psycho Sword anti-air, and Psycho Reflectors. The K1 team includes K1, Super Ball Bullet anti-air, Dragon Serpa combos, and Earth Heaven Dragon follow-ups. The Chin team features Chin Gensai, flying projectiles for anti-air, drunken counter-invincibility, and techniques like rotating empty flask. The King of Fighters features various teams, including the Women Fighters team and the Kim team. The Women Fighters team, known for graceful and elegant combat, employs aerial attacks and quick mid-range moves. Shiranui Mai uses ninjutsu and showmanship, relying on projectiles and diverse moves for a well-rounded fighting style, including strong aerial techniques. The Kim team, led by Kim, participates in the tournament to reform Chang and Choi. Kim's style emphasizes footwork and powerful leg attacks. Chang, utilizing the Iron Ball, is a powerful space controller with strong defensive and offensive options, while Choi, agile and tricky, uses claw techniques and acrobatic moves for unpredictable attacks and high mobility. Both Chang and Choi's fighting styles are unique, reflecting their individual strengths. This document lists the move sets for the 97 Special Team and the Orochi Team in King of Fighters 99 Dream Match. The 97 Special Team includes Blue Mary, Billy Kane, and Yamazaki Ryuji. Blue Mary utilizes joint techniques and moving strikes. Billy Kane wields a staff with fire attacks and combo potential, and Yamazaki Ryuji uses whip-like strikes, counters, and a drill attack. The Orochi team consists of Yashiro Nanakase and Chris. Yashiro has defensive moves like upper duel and powerful rush attacks like jet counter, along with multi-hit and low-level attacks. Chris employs rushing techniques, including a two-hit dash and a head-grabbing technique called direction change, which allows for combo opportunities. This document details the move lists and character descriptions for 4 teams in a fighting game: Yagami Team, Women Fighters Team, Old Man Team, and Sakazaki Team. The Yagami Team includes Yori Yagami, a versatile fighter with strong anti-air and rushdown capabilities, Mature, a rushdown character with multiple multi-hit attacks and throws, and Vice, a character with effective air-to-ground options and cornering abilities. The Old Man Team includes Hydern, a suppressive character with projectile and counterattack options, and Saishu Kusanagi, Kyo's father, with similar special moves as his son. The Sakazaki Team includes Takuma Sakazaki, master of Kyokugen Ryu style, and moves that differ from his children, Ryo and Yuri.
Each character's move list is provided. American Dream Match 1999 features the American sports team, each with unique fighting styles. Brian Battler utilizes rushing moves like Hyper Tackle and Flying Tornado, though these are vulnerable if blocked. Lucky Glauber focuses on zoning and surprise attacks, with moves like Cyclone Break and Death Dunk, a jumping basketball throw. Heavy D uses Shadow D to power up special moves, and has moves like Dunking Combination and Soulflower, a low attack. Rugal Bernstein, in a special edit, has powerful attacks like Reppuken, Kaiser Wave, Genocide Cutter, and Dark Barrier, offering diverse offensive and defensive options. Shingo Yabuki's incomplete moves, Origami and Dokugami, focus on pressure and combos. His other moves include Bullet Shot Combustion SH, Burning Shingo, and Strike Throw Polish, all of which can be incorporated into combos. Kawano, SNK's general manager, discusses their move to the Dreamcast DC and the development of KOF 99. The decision was driven by the perceived overlap between Sega and Neo Geo users. While Sega offered no specific requests, the first DC title, KOF 99, was linked with the Neo Geo Pocket's KOFR2. The DC version, started in November, enhanced the graphics, remodeled backgrounds, and introduced animation movies unavailable on the Neo Geo. Linking with the Neo Geo Pocket was challenging but achieved. Kawano sees potential in DC's 2D capabilities beyond its 3D strengths. He was impressed by titles like Namco's Soul Calibur and Capcom's Biohazard Code, Veronica. Kawano reflects on the KOF series challenges: a large character roster, annual releases with a tight deadline, and maintaining freshness. They are also entering the NAOMI market. A Neopoke version of SNK vs. Capcom is planned. An interview with Hiroyuki Kawano, SNK's second product development division general manager, discusses SNK's plans for The King of Fighters Dream Match 1999, KOF 99. The game is being developed for both arcades and the Dreamcast, with a Neo Geo Pocket link. The Dreamcast version features enhanced graphics and animations, along with data transfer capabilities with the Neo Geo Pocket, allowing for the exchange of battle data and unlockable content. SNK aims to balance arcade and home console development, with a focus on enriching home software and expanding its collaborations, including the Neo Geo Pocket version of SNK vs. Capcom. Kawano hints at original Dreamcast software in development, promising to fully utilize the console's capabilities. Future plans include expanding the data exchange between the Dreamcast and Neo Geo Pocket. Sakatsuku, a sports development simulation game by Sega, is scheduled for release in September 1999 for 6,800 yen. Players can build a pro soccer club, starting in J-League Division 2. The game features all 54 team names and introduces the J-League Division 2, including real clubs like Consadole Sapporo, Vegalta Sendai, and Oita Trinita. The goal is to win and advance to J1, facing challenges beyond just league rankings such as stadium issues. The ad highlights the excitement of soccer in 1999 and details the battle for J1 promotion. This guide focuses on creating a J-League Pro Soccer club in a game, emphasizing club customization. Key features include club image selection, colors are important, and the addition of mascot characters, which come in 11 types and are designed to match club names. The game also offers 54 club team names and 48 uniform variations, 12 designs, 4 colors. These elements are visually represented in the game. The text then provides a list of club names categorized by their meaning and taste to help players in their club creation. Players can edit the club name, select a mascot, and choose a uniform and flag. A Dreamcast special report details rumors surrounding Ecole Wonder and the recurring appearance of Desu-sama. The report highlights Musabi no Miracle Desu Makyu, an action game for the Wonder Swan by Ecole, featuring a flying squirrel protagonist, with a spring 2000 release. This prompts speculation about connections to the Dreamcast. The Musabi, a prominent enemy from the previous game, Des Crimson, is central to the mystery. A conference reveals that Ecole, despite the anticipation of the Dorimaga team, was not mentioned alongside other prominent creators. President Manabe was present. This article discusses the upcoming Dreamcast game, Death Crimson 2. The author shares inside information and humorous anecdotes, including speculation on how to pronounce a new character's name, Yatsunami Yasushi, which leads to a discussion of a logo redesign
and the significance it holds. Fan mail expressing excitement for the game is also included, with readers praising the game's improvement over the previous title. The article also reveals the game's release is scheduled for autumn 1999, and it will be a shooting/adventure game compatible with Dreamcast peripherals, including 14-player simultaneous play. Finally, it ends with a fabricated story of the author meeting the president of Kano Company. Quote, "This advertisement highlights the Dreamcast game, Death Crimson 2. The game features a new mechanic involving civilians. Players can choose to shoot or avoid civilians in a stage like Volvanil University. Shooting civilians can lead to self-inflicted damage, including a rising crimson gauge and reductions in life and sanity. Ammunition management is key, as civilians appear in large numbers, demanding precise shooting." The ad humorously contrasts the game's improvements with the previous installment, noting that civilians used to be stationary, unrealistic characters. Returning elements include sudden appearances and disappearances of civilians, sometimes referred to as Sato, who are often accidentally shot. The game also includes a female civilian who bleeds when shot, and the presence of a swarm of ants. Death Crimson 2 is a game featuring action scenes in a university setting, with characters battling monster-like enemies both indoors and outdoors. The promotional page highlights gameplay shifts from interior university halls to outdoor environments. An interview with Makoto Shinkawa discusses development, including a viewpoint change using the D-pad and adventure elements. The team aims to enhance the main character's quality. A diary entry from Taichi and Hatch discusses potential collaborations, including a Dreamcast version and the possibility of incorporating the Miracle de Mao title. They joke about a WonderSwan participation announcement and the game's potential for success. This is a promotional advertisement for the Dreamcast game Shenmue, hailed as the top anticipated title. The ad announces Shenmue Chapter 1, Yokosuka, from Sega, slated for release on October 28th, with a price to be determined. A second chapter is also planned. A major campaign, Suzuki Zanmai, is launching to promote Shenmue. Starting June 24th, the first 100,000 Dreamcast console or software purchasers will receive a video showcasing Shenmue footage. The campaign aims to build hype, as the game's popularity surpasses publicity levels. The ad teases an emotional story in Chapter 1, and promises the start of a grand story for the player. The ad also includes the game's website. Sega is launching the Shenmue Zanmai campaign, distributing a special 30-minute video showcasing What's Shenmue and What's Yokosuka. Video, featuring footage from Network Jungle 2, aims to clarify the game's appeal and its first chapter, Yokosuka, for potential players. Starting June 24th, the video will be available to purchasers of either the Dreamcast console or Shenmue software, even discounted titles, on a first-come, first-served basis. The video highlights the game's detailed environments, realistic characters, and emphasis on player experience. The ad also previews an upcoming message from Ryo Hazuki's voice actor regarding the game's release date postponement, and teases future campaign details, including a hidden scene at tobacco shop Harusan's. A Dreamcast advertisement for D2, featuring Kenji Ino, reports on the game's development progress. Completion is at 60%, with a release date of November 18th and a price of 6,800 yen. The 4-disc action RPG will utilize VM and communication features. Kenji Ino emphasizes the importance of making D2 interesting, not just great, focusing on interactive player experiences. The team is in the final adjustment phase, refining details like gameplay balance and character interactions. A test play version will be available soon. The overseas version will release about a month later. D's Diner 2 features hunting and photography, the former being crucial for game progression. Hidden items are located in easily accessible places, with bonus items requiring thorough exploration. Over 30 enemy types will be present, categorized by lineage and strength. Battles include left/right screen switching. The game's setting was altered from Christmas 1999 to Christmas 2000, signifying the end of the 20th century and hinting at story elements. The total playtime is estimated to be around 10 to 15 hours, influenced by player choices. The game may feature a network photo contest. Several artists, including Koba, are contributing to the music. A video is being offered to readers. This page announces the release of 3 trading card collections: Nankai Kiko Nyoranga, Puyo Puyo and Madu Monogatari, and Shining Force 2 I. Nankai Kiko Nyoranga features 121 cards, including rare, character, and scene cards, at 400 yen per pack of 10. Release is slated for mid-June $99. Puyo Puyo and Madu Monogatari offers 122 cards, including character, event, and puzzle cards, priced at 300 yen per pack of 10. Shining Force 2i includes 126 cards, with character, illustration, and movie cards, costing 380 yen per pack of 10. All card collections are published by SoftBank Publishing. Ordering information is provided, including contact details and a flat shipping fee. This article is a pro wrestling recommendation special feature for game users, aiming to introduce newcomers to the complex world of professional wrestling. Recognizing the overwhelming nature of the current pro wrestling scene, with its numerous organizations and styles, the feature seeks to simplify things, especially for those interested in the upcoming Dreamcast Pro Wrestling games, Giant Graham, and Toucan Retsuden 4. The article will provide information on 19 wrestling organizations and a catalog of 101 pro wrestling games. The goal is to make pro wrestling more accessible and enjoyable for newcomers, encouraging them to explore the sport through both games and live events. The feature aims to prepare readers for a hot summer of pro wrestling. Get ready for Giant Graham All Japan Pro Wrestling 2N Nippon Budokan, a Dreamcast wrestling game releasing June 24th for 5,800 yen. Experience the intensity of All Japan Pro Wrestling with its signature moves and intense cutscenes, easily executed with simple controls. Enjoy mind games with Pro Waza Sugowaza and realistic motion capture. The game features 15 wrestlers, including 12 from All Japan and 3 from Virtua Fighter, allowing for dream matches and tag teams. Up to 4 players can play, and the game links with the arcade version and Giant Channel. This guide provides tips for a wrestling game, highlighting various gameplay modes like arcade, knockout, spectator, versus, and training. The game emphasizes realistic wrestling elements, including falls, submissions, and referee stoppages. A guts gauge impacts pinfall reversals, and a rock-paper-scissors style system governs attack types, strikes, grabs, throws. The guide introduces Jeffrey McWild, a powerful wrestler with strong striking and throwing techniques. He relies on basic but effective moves, including a devastating splash mountain. Players can enhance their custom wrestler's popularity and unlock costumes through the Giant Channel minigame. Jeffrey's techniques focus on power and combos. The Wrestling Magazine article profiles Toshiaki Kawada and Jun Akiyama, detailing their signature moves and strengths. Kawada, known for his recovery from injury, is highlighted for his powerful kicks, stretch plum, and impactful face stomp. His dangerous backdrop and powerbomb are noted for their ability to weaken opponents. Jun Akiyama, a rising star with a strong background in university wrestling, is lauded for his throwing techniques, including the German suplex and expert Reuter. The article also addresses injury damage within the context of a wrestling match, explaining how a monster gauge reaching 100% can impact a wrestler's ability to perform moves and potentially lead to a loss. This Wrestling Magazine page profiles wrestlers Akira Taue and Hiroshi Hase, detailing their signature moves and fighting styles. Akira Taue, known for his power and sumo background, favors powerful throws like the Nodowa Otoshi and Dynamic Bomb, alongside strikes like the Teppo. His techniques emphasize cornering opponents with fast strikes and capitalizing on fatigue with the continuous Nodowa Otoshi. Hiroshi Hase, a versatile wrestler with an amateur wrestling background, utilizes a mix of throws, suplexes, and joint locks. His notable moves include the Giant Swing, capable of inflicting significant damage. The page also acknowledges supporting roles in wrestling, specifically mentioning referee Kyohei Wada, ring announcer Ryu Nakata, and announcer Hiroaki Nanaumi, highlighting their contribution to match excitement. This guide provides strategies for a wrestling video game's tag team matches. Teamwork is crucial, emphasizing cutoffs to prevent pinfalls and two-person maneuvers. Up to 4 players can participate, even allowing same wrestler tag teams, creating various gameplay options including CPU versus CPU and player versus CPU. The game features realistic entrance scenes and smooth gameplay. Key tactics include hammer throw attacks, which can damage and disrupt the opponent, and split attacks, which deal high double damage, especially when 4 wrestlers are in the ring. Players are cautioned about the risks of entering the ring at the wrong time. Performing a cutoff is a fundamental strategy, and players need to watch for reversals. The guide highlights the importance of timing, concentration, and trust between partners for success. This guide covers dirty fighting tactics and stamina depletion in a wrestling game, primarily focusing on actions outside the ring. Strategies include using the steel fence and posts for attacks, which inflict both physical and mental damage. Capitalize on opponents entering the ring by hitting them with aerial moves or throwing them back out. Utilize the surprise door attack from the corner to target opponents outside the ring. Note that in all-out rules, ring outs are disabled, allowing stamina recovery outside the ring, though techniques cannot be performed on downed opponents. Also, unit and double attacks are useful, but be wary of the damage caused if a move fails, and the teammate will be the one taking the hit.
Vader, a prominent wrestler in All Japan Pro Wrestling, discusses his career and training. Before wrestling, Vader excelled in high school football, earning a scholarship to Colorado University and being drafted into the NFL. A severe knee injury initially threatened his ability to walk, leading him to pursue professional wrestling. Now 16 years into his career, he credits his longevity and agility to high-altitude training in Colorado, involving weightlifting and hitting sandbags. This allows him to perform moves like the moonsault press, surprising fans. Vader believes his appeal lies in both his power and his ability to deliver exciting, long matches, while also connecting with his fans. His profile reveals his real name as Leon White. Born in 1955, he previously wrestled in New Japan Pro Wrestling and UWF International, and was a former Triple Crown champion in All Japan Pro Wrestling. This guide recommends using Vader in wrestling games. Vader, known for his size and power, offers a variety of devastating moves. His signature moves include the Vader Hammer, powerful lariats, and the reverse powerbomb, showcasing his strength and athleticism. Key strategies involve utilizing his massive frame for impactful attacks and finishing opponents with moves like the moonsault press, diving body attack, or Big Bang Crash, followed by a pin. Vader's move list encompasses a wide range of strikes, throws, and submissions, allowing for varied offensive tactics. This text describes the Dreamcast game New Japan Pro Wrestling Tukon Retsuden 4, releasing July 22 for 6,800 yen. The game recreates the strong style of New Japan Pro Wrestling, allowing up to 14 players with Rumble Pack and communication compatibility. Several wrestlers are highlighted. Shinya Hashimoto, known for his powerful kicks and DDT. Kensuke Sasaki, a lariat and throw specialist and current IWGP Heavyweight Tag Champion. Tatsumi Fujinami, a master of the Dragon Series moves. Shiro Echigo, Kensuke Kimura, a former sumo wrestler, and Power Warrior, a persona of Kensuke Sasaki. This game offers a simplified pro wrestling experience, even for beginners. Its core system revolves around striking, throwing, and joint lock techniques, controlled by simple button presses, making matches accessible without needing extensive knowledge. The gameplay is based on a rock-paper-scissors dynamic, with each technique countering another. The game incorporates Pro Wrestling Skill 3 Sukumi, adding depth with strategic choices. Striking beats joint locks beat throws, and throws beat strikes. The text also provides brief biographies of several New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers, including their backgrounds and signature styles. This excerpt from New Japan Pro Wrestling Fighting Spirit Legend 4 Inches highlights key figures in the wrestling promotion. The NWO Japan, led by Masahiro Chono, is a major faction challenging the New Japan Regular Army. Keiji Muto, the current WGP Heavyweight Champion, rose to leadership during Chono's absence, creating a power struggle. Other notable members include Great Muta, Muto's alter ego, and wrestlers like Tenzan Hiroyoshi, Satoshi Kojima, Hiro Saito, and Akira. The junior heavyweight division is also spotlighted, showcasing Jushin Thunder Liger, a leading figure known for dream matches, alongside Koji Kanemoto, Kendo Kashin, El Samurai, Shinjiro Otani, Ryuichi Takaiwa, and Junior Dr. Wagner Jr. These wrestlers represent a variety of styles, from technical prowess to power and high-flying maneuvers, emphasizing New Japan's depth and appeal across multiple weight classes. This page highlights wrestlers from other promotions participating in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Featured are several notable figures. UFO, also known as Naochika Ogawa, is a former judo silver medalist and current NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Atsushi Onita, a Kenka King from FMW, known for his anything goes style, is a formidable competitor. The Great Sasuke, ace of Michinoku Pro Wrestling, brings aerial and flashy techniques. Genichiro Tenryu, a former sumo wrestler, represents traditional Showa-era wrestling. Finally, Dragon Kid, known for his Mexican ring style and aerial attacks, makes his New Japan debut, with his signature moves like Snow Collapse Mysterio Rana, Dragon's Ray, and Dragon Gate showcased. The page hints at a mystery figure possibly being Mr. Warrior. This wrestling video game features unique gameplay elements inspired by pro wrestling,
going beyond typical fighting game mechanics. Ringside brawls are possible, allowing wrestlers to be dragged outside the ring to use weapons like bats and chairs. A fighting spirit system enables underdog wrestlers to overcome disadvantages through comebacks and stamina recovery during attacks, mimicking pro wrestling drama. Tag team play offers greater control, allowing players to direct their partner's actions and coordinate attacks, using on-screen prompts to beckon them into the ring or instruct them to wait on the apron. The game aims to recreate classic pro wrestling scenarios and weapon attacks.
This game recommendation focuses on Toukan Retsuden 4, a pro wrestling game emphasizing realistic recreations of New Japan Pro Wrestling, particularly the flashy entrance productions. The game features detailed entrances with pyrotechnics and accurate wrestler costumes, aiming to replicate the experience of watching real pre-match footage. Players can choose from 8 different venues, each based on iconic wrestling arenas, including the unfortunately demolished Sapporo Nakajima Sports Center. A special report teases an upcoming dialogue between developers of Toukan Retsuden 4 and Giant Graham, along with representatives from New Japan and All Japan, promising insights into the wrestling world.
This page explores the intertwined history of pro wrestling and video games. Early arcade hits like The Big Pro Wrestling capitalized on the sport's popularity in the 80s. These games, often versus style, influenced the development of fighting games. Characters like Zangief in Street Fighter 2 Inches demonstrated this influence, and wrestling techniques permeated titles like Virtua Fighter. Simultaneously, developers aimed to simulate pro wrestling itself, with series like Fire Pro Wrestling prioritizing realism and the use of real wrestler names. The commonalities between pro wrestling and games are clear. Distinct characters, special moves, and versus combat are central. The impact of wrestling techniques can be seen across fighting games, with examples given for striking, throwing, and submission moves. This weekly pro wrestling article encourages readers to explore professional wrestling, comparing it to a game where wrestlers are characters and matches are the gameplay. The article emphasizes that enjoying pro wrestling involves understanding the narratives and relationships between wrestlers, not just the moves themselves. It recommends starting with TV broadcasts, video packages, and print media like Weekly Pro Wrestling and Weekly Gong, or delving deeper with magazines like Weekly Fight and Paper Pro Wrestling Radical. The article then provides a brief overview of different wrestling groups in Japan, including New Japan, All Japan, mixed martial arts groups, and women's wrestling, highlighting their distinct styles and the intergroup exchanges. Ultimately, the article aims to be a guide for newcomers, suggesting that understanding the connections between different groups makes the world of pro wrestling more engaging. All Japan Pro Wrestling, founded by the late Giant Baba, is known as the Royal Road of pro wrestling, emphasizing technique and spirit. Their motto is bright, fun, and intense pro wrestling. Matches feature a variety of styles, from lively displays by young wrestlers to humorous bouts and intense clashes between top Japanese wrestlers like Misawa and Kawada, and formidable foreign competitors such as Vader and Stan Hansen. They focus on clean, captivating matches, appealing to a wide audience. Based in Tokyo, All Japan features titles such as the Triple Crown Heavyweight Championship and World Tag Team Championship, and is broadcast on Nippon Television Network and Fighting TV Samurai. President Mitsuharu Misawa, the current Triple Crown champion, is the ace. The organization has opened doors to other promotions, increasing the excitement around the sport. The style emphasizes the extreme, where wrestlers and fans become one. New Japan Pro Wrestling, founded in 1972, is known as the King of Sports, emphasizing its strong style of wrestling with a focus on technique and entertainment. The organization features prominent wrestlers like Keiji Muto, Masahiro Chono, and Jushin Thunder Liger, and holds titles like the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Matches are broadcast on TV Asahi and Fighting TV Samurai, with events often held in large venues. Factions and internal conflicts between wrestlers add depth to the storylines. The article highlights the appeal for newcomers, citing the exciting junior heavyweight division. The article includes a testimonial from actress Haruna Ikezawa, who expresses her newfound love for wrestling and admiration for Keiji Muto's talent. This text introduces 3 professional wrestling organizations: Fighting Network Rings, Pancrase Hybrid Wrestling, and Fighting Detective Group Batlarts. Rings aims to determine the strongest fighter by providing a platform for martial artists from various disciplines to compete under unified rules, creating a global fighting network. Pancrase, focusing on hybrid wrestling, incorporates diverse martial arts to evolve and create a new form of elegant martial art. Matches emphasize submission techniques. Batlarts emphasizes a bachi-bachi fight style, with matches ending in KO, TKO, or submission, seeking the beauty of fighting. All organizations provide contact information, opening dates, homepages, and TV broadcasts.
This document provides an overview of several Japanese independent pro wrestling promotions. FMW Entertainment, known for its extreme death matches, and led by Hayabusa, is now new FMW. Big Japan Pro Wrestling features incredibly violent matches. Michinoku Pro Wrestling, aiming to establish lucha libre in Tohoku, overcame internal struggles and focuses on junior heavyweights. Osaka Pro Wrestling, centered around Super Delphin, aims to entertain with family-friendly events. IWA Japan, a veteran promotion, is currently featuring a feud between Keizo Matsuda's Regular Army and the USA Monster Factory. DDT Dramatic Dream Team, known for its unique planning and diverse roster, and SPWF Professional Wrestling, originally geared towards working adults, round out the promotions.
This article highlights several Japanese women's professional wrestling organizations. All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, the oldest, focuses on producing star wrestlers and maintains a high match level. GAEA Japan emphasizes long-term development, with emerging talents like Chihiro Nakano. JWP Women's Pro Wrestling, formed by former Japan women's wrestlers, features a hardcore strong style. ARSION, known for visual fighting, offers a fresh approach. LLPW focuses on veterans and tournaments. Neo Ladies provides a diverse range of wrestling styles for entertainment. Finally, JDs, created by Yoshimoto Kogyo, utilizes entertainment expertise and features veteran wrestlers like Bison Kimura and Jaguar Yokota. This article explores the world of professional wrestling and related martial arts, aiming to deepen fan engagement. It introduces readers to pro fighting sports like K1, highlighting notable wrestlers and martial artists like Enson Inoue and Sato Rumina. The article then contrasts the strengths of pro wrestling with mixed martial arts, referencing Hickson Gracie and Goldberg, and suggesting that fans can enjoy both. It also provides an overview of the wealth of pro wrestling information available online, differentiating between official and fan-operated websites. These sites offer match results, wrestler profiles, fan forums, and even opportunities for direct interaction with wrestlers. The article directs the reader to specific websites and encourages the reader to delve deeper into the world of professional wrestling. This document catalogs 21 pro wrestling video games released on home consoles from 1985 to 1992, presented in chronological order. The first pro wrestling game was Sega's Champion Pro Wrestling *, 1985, for the Master System. The early years saw the Famicom release titles like Kanekinakuman Muscle Tag Match and * Tag Team Pro Wrestling, though limited by hardware. The Fire Pro Wrestling * series, starting with the PC Engine release in 1989, is highlighted for its depth, customization, and realistic portrayal of pro wrestling, evolving through multiple consoles and iterations, and considered by many as the best of the genre. Games were selected based on criteria including domestic release, pro wrestling themes, character presence, and match playability. This page provides a look at the early days of wrestling video games, primarily focusing on releases from 1992 to 1994. Early games like WWF WrestleMania on Famicom featured popular wrestlers by their real names, setting a trend for the genre, while some games, developed overseas, captured the essence of wrestling with exaggerated moves and over-the-top American style. The introduction of real wrestlers was a significant evolution. Games like Zen Nippon Pro Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling brought authenticity, while titles like Saikyu Takata Engine offered unique experiences. A list of games released during this period is provided, highlighting the platforms, developers, and pricing of these early wrestling game titles. This document catalogs over 100 wrestling games, focusing on home console releases. It highlights a range of titles from various wrestling promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, and WWF. The list covers games from the early 90s, such as Fire Pro Joshi All-Star Dream Slam, to later releases. The document also mentions unique games beyond standard action titles. Examples include Women's Wrestler Training Game To the White Ring and Group Management Simulation titles. It also showcases lesser-known titles and notes the existence of early wrestling games. Finally, the document mentions upcoming releases, including the Fire Pro Series and Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, with their new features and story modes. This magazine page, titled Users Column Wrestle No Susumu Wrestling Recommendation, What's Wrestling Anyway?, features a giveaway for wrestling-related merchandise. The page lists numerous wrestling video games released between 1996 and 1999 across various platforms, including 3DO, SFC, PS, SS,
64, DC, and WS. Prizes include a Giant Channel video, a Goldberg video, JWP Women's Pro Wrestling tickets, a Neo Ladies pamphlet, and a Dragon Kid autographed shikishi. To enter, readers must send a postcard to SoftBank Publishing by July 2nd, specifying the desired prize. The page includes editorial comments expressing the author's love of wrestling, personal anecdotes about their experiences with wrestling, and appreciation for the opportunity to create the feature. FrameGride, a 3D mecha action game from Software, is releasing July 15th for 6,800 yen, excluding tax, and is 85% complete. The game boasts top-notch visuals and realistic action. Supported features include versus play, communication battles, memory backup, keyboard compatibility, Rumble Pack compatibility, and VGA box compatibility. The advertisement highlights the game's detailed mecha movements, emphasizing the attention to detail. Examples include stabilizer deployment during hovering, the cannon's firing sequence, and the action when shooting the long-range rifle. These details aim to enhance realism and player immersion. This Dreamcast game features 3 knight classes: light, middle, and heavy. Light knights prioritize agility but have low durability and shorter weapon lock-on ranges. They excel in hit-and-run tactics, utilizing 3D space and avoiding damage. Middle knights offer balanced stats, adapting to various situations, and playing styles without significant strengths or weaknesses. Heavy knights boast high durability, power, and long weapon lock-on ranges, but suffer from slow movement and poor jumps. They excel at ranged combat with powerful weapons, and can't equip shields, relying on their arms for defense. This page depicts a game advertisement from a magazine. The large red title reads, "Madness, the door of madness now opens." The title of the game is Living Weapon Expendable. The text below describes the game as a raging action shooting game. Blood splatters that fly, meat pieces that blow away, a continuous drama of explosions rising up, a blood-smelling performance that unfolds within it, and a battle that pushes excitement to the limit, stirs and awakens the sleeping fighting spirit. Project yourself onto the monitor until the very end. Indulge in the limit of slaughter and destruction. Raging action shooting, living weapon expendable, sortie preparation complete. The completion status is at 100%. In the maker's comment section, it says, even with the eerie alien-like atmosphere, this game lets you definitely enjoy the Puru Puru pack. Every time you defeat an alien, Puru Puru, when you receive damage, the Doki Doki feeling is increased by 2.5 times. Advertising Department, Hoshimizu. The bullet points provide game details. Imagenia, June 24th release. 5,800 yen, action shooting, 2-player cooperative play possible. VGA box compatible. Krill. Puru Puru pack compatible. This game plunges players into a brutal future war in 2463 AD. Where humanity's expansion into the universe has been met with the hostile alien race, the Karuba. Players control seeds, bioweapon soldiers created solely for destruction. The game embraces violence without moral constraints, depicting expendable soldiers driven only by the joy of killing, and environments built for destruction. Gameplay is straightforward with simple controls. Attacks are executed via button presses. Destruction is encouraged, as environments are fully destructible, potentially revealing items and pathways. The game features a dark presentation, with graphic details and hellish alien screams. Players are faced with morally ambiguous choices, as civilians can be killed without penalty, challenging their decisions. The Karuba aliens are intelligent, and use a variety of weapons, though their vision is weak. They are also sometimes accompanied by other monsters and beasts. Quote, this Dreamcast 3D shooter features a soldier-like character battling insectoid and mechanical enemies across diverse environments, from city streets to underground areas and rooftops. The gameplay emphasizes dodging, strategic weapon use, and puzzle solving. The game spans 17 stages, starting on a planet near Earth and progressing through colonies and galaxies. Players utilize a variety of weapons, including long-range, high firepower, and tracking types, switching between them to overcome enemy characteristics, terrain, and obstacles. Stages 1 to 3 are highlighted, with detailed descriptions of environments, enemy types, and boss battles, including puzzles that must be solved. The game emphasizes a sense of accomplishment and a rewarding experience. The game features several stages with escalating difficulty. Stage 4, Fourth Residential Area, involves chasing and destroying an enemy ship, navigating laser barriers requiring passcards, and a mid-stage infiltration. Stage 5,
Fifth, outskirts of town. Tasks the player with destroying a giant weapon, facing traps, enemies, and gun emplacements that lead to instant death. The boss is a flower-shaped weapon that fires instant death exploding bombs. Stage 6, sixth native inhabitant residential area, requires destroying a control device in a desert environment, with mirages hindering combat. The device is invulnerable, forcing the player to manage enemy waves and solve the puzzle. Stage 7, ancient ruins, has players infiltrating ruins to destroy a power crystal, involving puzzles and increasing enemies. The boss is a fast, heavily armored octagonal machine with intense and difficult to avoid attacks. This Dreamcast advertisement for Carrier, Kyaria, highlights its horror action-adventure gameplay. The release was delayed, but the developers are focused on improving quality, showcasing shocking battles on the third floor. A key feature is the semi-automatic lock-on system for easier aiming, with the developers considering player preference regarding target switching. The game utilizes a layered aerial environment, the Heimdall, infested with monsters, and the protagonist, George, searches for his zombie brother, Robert. Players navigate through diverse environments, facing obstacles like plant life and Sakron creatures. The game emphasizes both combat and puzzle solving. With a 58% completion rate, Carrier is expected to release this autumn, offering a single-player experience. The developers promise a thrilling and high-quality experience, with constant improvements, and are excited for the upcoming release. Jack, having reached the 4th level and spoken with Captain Burke, returns to the infested 3rd level to find Robert. The relaxation areas are now monster-filled zones, with difficult-to-reach, infestation cacti. Combat is challenging due to the sheer number of monsters and limited explosives. The level presents navigational challenges with ladders and potential monster ambushes. The cafeteria is also a dangerous zone. Jack encounters a new, fast-moving plant creature on the 3rd level, trapping a crew member. Jack is forced to contemplate whether he must kill the creature to end the crew member's suffering, facing an enemy with rapid attacks and a wide range. This advertisement promotes the King of Fighters Dream Match 1999 for the Dreamcast. It highlights the game's roster of 38 characters and features Kyo Kusanagi and Iori Yagami. The ad emphasizes the inclusion of original animation movies. A key feature is the ability to link with the Neo Geo Pocket Color game King of Fighters R2 for special features. This link allows players to unlock hidden visuals in the Dreamcast version based on data from the Neo Geo Pocket version. Conversely, the Neo Geo Pocket version allows players to acquire new techniques based on items received from the Dreamcast version. The game is scheduled for release on June 24th and costs 5,800 yen, excluding tax. The connection cable is sold separately and is priced at 2,800 yen, excluding tax. This week's Guru Guru Pawazu features reader submissions covering a variety of topics. Readers shared their dreams, including wanting to write letters, travel abroad, and escaping the mundane. One reader recounted a bizarre encounter with a self-proclaimed alien. Another found humor in a misheard phrase, while others discussed the recent price drop of the Dreamcast console, with some celebrating and others lamenting their recent purchases. There's a discussion of human-faced fish, and a fan wanting to buy the Dreamcast. The Uzumaki sister-brother cat characters are introduced with short bios, highlighting their roles within the magazine. This manga magazine features several sections. Girls' Chit Chat Corner presents readers' opinions on attractive boys and girls, discussing preferences and trends, as well as humorous interactions between readers. Golgulu Comic encourages submissions of fun comics, emphasizing readability. Ace Pilot Egg G features brief, comedic snippets, such as a pilot discussing the effects of helmet steam. Opening illustration used highlights the artist's work, including a girl illustration for the cover. Illustration Garden showcases artwork around a monthly theme. This month, Appetite, Physical Fitness, and Literary Autumn, featuring summer-themed illustrations, including tanned girls, seaside scenes, and other summer memories from various artists. This page features a variety of scenes and character interactions. One focuses on a confession under cherry blossoms, encouraging the act regardless of the setting. Another highlights a brother-in campaign, with someone striving to surpass their sibling. A Q&A section with a character named Cat Listener answers questions about school teachers, a potentially rough older sister, environmental hormones, and the end of the rainy season. Additional scenes depict summer settings, including fireflies, siblings, and a zombie. Other characters are shown enjoying summer activities, like running on water, a sea house, and swimwear. This page features fan-made cow characters and art submissions. Artists from various Japanese prefectures contributed diverse KO designs, ranging from a mystery object chow to a soul-edged chow, with some drawing inspiration from pop culture and game characters. Submission guidelines require postcard-sized artwork, or text in black ink, with clear identification details. Multiple submissions are accepted if the postcard is clearly labeled. Prizes are awarded to selected contributors, including ticket coupons, original goods, and book coupons. The issue also thanks contributors and announces ongoing considerations for new original goods. This page depicts an advertisement for the Get Bass Sega BASS Fishing Guidebook. It features a large, detailed illustration of a bass fish with a lure in its mouth against a backdrop of a lake or river scene with trees. If you want to master Get Bass, you can't miss this one book. Get Bass Sega Bass Fishing Guide, a 5-size, 96 pages, all color, 1,200 yen plus tax. Now on sale and highly praised. Filled diamond system and game mode explanations. Filled diamond thorough strategies for Get Bass with easy-to-understand explanations for beginners.
Filled diamond area strategies.
Filled diamond map strategies for all 8 areas. Sure to introduce great fishing points.
Filled diamond lure encyclopedia.
Filled diamond thorough explanation of all lures. Includes how to obtain hidden lures. Filled diamond special interview. Shingo Pro, Japan Bass Pro Association, teaches strategy methods. Sega Enterprises, Limited, 1997-1999. SoftBank Publishing, one of the largest game information sites in Japan. http://www.zdnet.co.jp/gamespot/
241, Nihonbashi Hakozakicho, Chuoku, Tokyo. Please ask for or order at a bookstore near you. The latest information on books is available at http://books.softbank.co.jp/. If there is no store near you, please use the online sales on our website. If you have any questions, please contact our company, HIC. Telephone 0356428100. Display price is tax excluded.
This page details an interview with Hideo Horikoshi, the author of Stalker Diary, a manga exploring idol stalking. Horikoshi recounts his obsessive pursuits of various female idols. His original experience began in 1992 with Yumiko Takahashi, whom he followed after seeing her on a bicycle. Later, he stalked Miho Kano, obtaining personal information from magazines and trash. He also stalked the idol group SP'd, spending a month stakeout to find Hitoe Uehara and Eriko Ilamai, which he considers his most challenging case. The illustration on the page is by Henmaru Makino, and depicts a girl aiming a gun at a TV. This manga article from July 1999 covers the release of Stalker Diary, a book detailing the experiences of an idol stalker, Torigo Hidehiko. The article discusses Torigo's methods, which include information gathering from various sources to pinpoint idols' residences and routines. He focuses on idols like Okusawa Enmi and Hirosueko, with differing approaches to them. Torigo details specific stalking experiences, such as following Okusawa on a bus to inhale her shampoo scent, and locating Hirosueko's aunt's house through extensive research. The article touches on the ethics of his actions, acknowledging potential criminal behavior while promoting a fun lifestyle within legal boundaries. The piece concludes with a discussion of his motivations, including a desire to marry an idol. This is episode 29 of Samsung Yoshimatsu Theater, titled, You Mustn't Say Yasu. The episode features a conversation between two characters discussing video games. One character expresses excitement about new Sega games, especially Dreamcast and New Japan Pro Wrestling titles, and hopes for WWP games. The conversation involves humorous exchanges and broken Japanese, referencing polygonal controls, and a character named Kiemi. They discuss origins, with one character's birthplace being Japan and the others being America. The dialogue also touches on themes of discrimination and the sale of cheap cassettes.
The show ends with the introduction of Kyasuko.
Host. Samsung Yoshimatsu, born in 1965, is a Robocon and pro wrestling fan and animation director for Jubei-chan. This advertisement from SOFT Bank Publishing targets gamers and aspiring game creators, promoting books to help them create unique characters and develop 3D modeling skills. The advertisement lists several titles covering various 3D softwares like Lightwave 3D, 3D Studio Max, and Softimage 3D, along with related techniques and effects. Titles include 3D Creature Workshop, 3D Photorealism Toolkit, Lightwave 3D Technique Bible, and several Inside Series books, as well as books on Poser and Photoshop. The books are available at bookstores or online via the publisher's website. Contact information for inquiries is provided, along with links to the company's website and online store. This advertisement promotes the anime TV Jubeikan, The Secret of the Lovely Eye Patch, releasing on June 25th on TV Tokyo. It is produced by Bandai Visual and features original work and direction by Daiichi Akitaro. The story follows Nanohana Jiyu, a high school girl chosen to be the second Yagyu Jubei, and her adventures with her companions. The ad also includes an interview with character designer Yoshimatsu Takahiro, highlighting the series' lively characters. Additionally, the ad announces Anime Max's first anniversary celebration, featuring a mega campaign offering premium goods and a chance to become a voice actor in the Shin Hakkenden series. Contestants must submit their favorite anime and character, along with their personal information, to enter. This document details anime release and broadcast information for SKY Perfect TV and DirecTV in June. Several anime series will have new volumes released on various formats, including Cowboy Bebop, Gasaraki, Duel, Parallel Lunlun Monogatari, Quick Moving Steam Detective Agency, Saber Marionette Jada X, Tiny Giant Microman, and Sakura Momoko Theater Koji Koji. Other series, such as Devilman Lady, Popolo Cross Story, and Game King, Yu-Gi-Oh!, have recent or upcoming releases. SKY Perfect TV will broadcast Master Mosquito on Kids Station, while DirecTV will feature Escaflowne on Anime Theater X.
Contact information for customer service is provided for both platforms.
This document records a roundtable discussion about the creation of the sound novel, Town. The discussion covers the game's development, including the initial concept of multiple interwoven stories, the challenge of making it interactive rather than just a novel, and the implementation of zapping between character perspectives. Key elements like bad endings and player choices influencing the narrative are highlighted. The scriptwriters, Hiramatsu, Iwai, and Yamazaki, discuss the challenges of character interactions, story contradictions, and balancing erotic content with the overall narrative. They also touch upon the system design and the influence of the game designer, Maya Sano. The discussion ends with promotional information for the game and the upcoming release of a dedicated website. The page details a discussion about game development, with the central theme being the desire to incorporate Snow brand coffee milk into the game, humorously nicknamed Kiba Model Coffee Milk. The interviewers, Hiramatsu and Rockfield, discuss scrapped scenes and the changing narrative of their game. They wanted to explore characters more deeply, including bad endings, but faced limitations due to story revisions. A specific focus was the integration of Snow brand coffee milk, a symbol of their preference, though they didn't receive sponsorship. The interview also reveals the game's production schedule and storyboards, emphasizing a bad ending collection. The article ends with a call for fan submissions for the next issue. This magazine column by Fumio Kurokawa discusses the future of Sega amidst financial struggles. Kurokawa references a book about global power structures controlled by a select few, hinting at a connection to the gaming industry, which he believes operates similarly through political and financial maneuvering. Sega's recent financial reports showed declining sales and losses, attributed to restructuring and disposal of assets, despite planned Dreamcast shipments, and focus on online gaming. The author questions Sega's motives, especially concerning price cuts, the Dreamcast's release, and the possibility of software for Nintendo. Kurokawa promises further analysis in upcoming installments, inviting reader feedback. His profile indicates experience in advertising and game development, and hints at an insider's perspective on Sega's strategies. This article details a Koji Hayama talk and signing session held in May at Animate Kawago to promote his album, 99 Super Frugality Legend Best and Super Remix. Hayama, a self-described super-free artist, discusses his aversion to traditional music industry practices, preferring to independently produce his music, embracing a DIY approach. He reflects on past live performances and his reasons for avoiding them, citing a preference for creative control and a dislike of collaboration, which ultimately led him to create music himself, using old equipment and sampled sounds. He finds success in his independent projects, and his fans appreciate the sincerity of his music. The event was a success, attended by dedicated fans who appreciated his message. He promotes his new album and merchandise, including a Live Seriously t-shirt. This document details how to complete a questionnaire postcard for a magazine, focusing on Dreamcast and Sega Saturn content. On the address side, provide your personal information and game porting requests. The response side requires using Arabic numerals within designated frames for multiple choice questions about gender, age, occupation, magazine readership, opinions on the magazine and its content, hardware ownership, and software preferences. Tables list Dreamcast and Saturn software for potential purchases, and also list hardware. You can select up to 10 Dreamcast titles and 5 Saturn titles. Specific instructions detail answer formatting and the collection of responses. This page depicts an advertisement flyer for a fan book. The net design team, the two of them, have gathered all their strength and suitably created all 53 pages, of bonus, candy, pages, and a cover. Bonus items for the front and back covers 1 to 4. Huh? Why not try buying about 100 copies? Maybe something really good will happen. Featuring a gorgeous guest lineup. Nano Ray Specs presents KG Sengoku TURB Buha Sengoku TURB Fanbook. Republic TURB Buha. Designed by Mamoru Miura. Late June release. B5 modified size. Soft cover 104 pages. Estimated price 2,800 yen plus tax. Purchase information. To order at a bookstore. To apply to our company, please fill in the necessary information in the large frame below the dotted line of this order form and apply to your nearest bookstore. Products will be delivered by cash on delivery after publication. Shipping is a flat rate of 380 yen. Collect delivery reservation reception fax 03564134424. Please use 03564134424. Alternatively, you can apply from our company's website, http://www.softbank.co.jp/book/order.htm. Note: some areas are undeliverable. Also, please note that our company cannot issue receipts. Order form, date. KG Sengoku TURB, Buha Sengoku TURB Fanbook. Estimated price 2,800 yen plus tax. Please fill in only the large frame, cut out the order form, and apply to your nearest bookstore. Bookstore stamp, name, phone, address, postal code, copies.
SoftBank Publishing Company Limited.
Wills Department telephone 0356-4281, 00 Fei extension 0356-413-424. The Dreamcast game Shutoku Battle is advertised, showcasing nighttime highway racing with realistic graphics, car selection, and a physical simulation driving experience. The DC version features a faithfully recreated nighttime metropolitan expressway with smooth 60 FPS gameplay and upgraded vehicle models. The game promises an exhilarating racing experience, releasing on June 24th for 5,800 yen and compatible with various controllers. The game's theme song is performed by the rock band ZGY, whose new album Goliath Bird-Eater includes the game's opening and ending themes. Quest mode in this racing game involves purchasing and tuning a car, then selecting a route, inner or outer circuits, to find and battle rivals on the highway. Initiating a battle involves getting behind a rival car and pressing R. Battles use an SP system, where each racer's SP meter decreases, with the first to reach 0 losing. Winning rewards, bonus points, and replays are available. You can also customize your car's name and license plate. Other modes include Quick Race for battle practice, VS Battle for split-screen multiplayer, and Practice for free driving and time attacks. This page depicts a high-quality game announcement from Dreamcast, showcasing a game titled Sunrise Heroic Saga. The page highlights, exploring the secrets of the vast planet Sunrise.
The stage is the planet Sunrise, a vast planet where several continents exist. The continents are separated by thick clouds called clouds, making it impossible to travel between them. The main character, Kanji Akatsuki, is destined to travel this unknown planet anew, driving the Continental Idong ship, Cloud Ship, and his beloved flying trooper, FT. He approaches its secrets. It introduces a new character, Relena Peacecraft. From Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, she is the princess of the pacifist nation, Sank Kingdom, which was destroyed by the Earth Federation, and aims to achieve world peace. The game Sunrise Interactive has a completion rate of 43% and is slated for release in December '99 as a versus RPG for 2 players, with the price undecided. A message from the maker states, "Development is halfway through, and even though it's about to get busy, the director said, 'What are you going to do if you get sick of it?' and released screenshots, so I'm relieved, right? Everyone, please be assured that development is progressing smoothly. Producer, Tsukada." The tagline reads, "What destiny awaits beyond the sea of clouds?" This Dreamcast Hot Information page highlights CG effects and gameplay features in an unnamed game. Players will travel via giant battleships like the White Base from Mobile Suit Gundam and the Zanzibar, used for intercontinental and intra-communal travel. These ships carry robots, with storage changing based on the story. Adventure mode features town exploration, with conversations to gather information, and includes characters from various anime series, such as Rod Balboa, Run Forest, Kanji Ayatsuki's sister, and Char, interacting with the player. The game showcases battle effects scenes, including the Dunbine's Aura shots and Aura sword, as well as the Bloodfucker and its heavy machine gun. This page depicts a feature on Wing Gundam Zero from New Mobile Report Gundam W, Endless Waltz, as part of the Sunrise Robot of CG World Series, Volume 18, within Sunrise Heroic Chronicle. The page highlights the XXXG-00W0 Wing Gundam Zero, describing it as a prototype equipped with the Zero system for battlefield analysis and prediction, noted for its massive wings. The page also features Dr. J, described as the scientist who developed the Wing Gundam and gave instructions to Hiro Yui. The data section provides information about the OVA, New Mobile Report, Gundam W Endless Waltz, listing the Wing Gundam Zero specifications. Name, XXXG-00W0 Wing Gundam Zero. Overall height, 16.7 meters. Weight, 8.0 tons. Its weapons include beam saber, machine cannon, twin buster rifle, and more. The pilot is Hiro Yui, and it is noted that among the 5 Gundams appearing in the work, this is the only one capable of transformation. In the director's note from the Sunrise Heroic Chronicle, Director Maibata, responsible for the broadcast version, discusses the game's modeling of Gundam W, expressing anticipation for its movement in the OVA version's designs and 3D CG. Producer Tonda also conveys excitement and impatience. Finally, there is a reminder that the robot popularity vote is closing soon. Eternal Fantasy Rhapsody 3, set in the port town of Seep Crest, emphasizes teamwork with a new system. The game introduces Lucido Atli, the team leader with latent magical abilities, Bizet, the talkative one, Ruthie, the kind-hearted and boyish character, Persia, the glamorous and older sister, and Florn, the introverted animal communicator. The game, a nurturing simulation by MediaWorks, is scheduled for release on December 9th for 6,800 yen. Character designs are by Mr. Mu, and the game features dynamic character reactions and strengthened communication, with varied message responses. This page advertises strategy guides for various games. Chaos Gear. The guided ones, a 2-page guide for 980 yen, offers a detailed explanation of the game system, maps, unit formations, data for all forces, and hidden events. Last Stand, a 128-page guide for 980 yen, focuses on development, strategy, and story, including warrior class changes, stage walkthroughs, and character illustrations. SoftBank Publishing also offers guides, including the Super Robot Wars Compact Perfect Guide, 160 pages, 980 yen. Upcoming guides include Valt's Blade and Neon Genesis Evangelion Rising. Guides are available at bookstores and online via SoftBank's website. Contact information for inquiries is provided. This page depicts a dynamic illustration of soldiers and monstrous figures engaged in combat, possibly set in a harbor environment with ships in the background. Dreamcast Soft. Master it with thorough strategy. Complete guide. Dynamite Cop 2 P98. Elemental Gimmick Gear
P102. This Dreamcast Magazine guide details Dynamite Ducat 2's new content. 2 hidden characters, Wookiee Detective and Bruno Old Detective, are introduced. Wookiee appears after clearing the Fierce Fighting chapter. Bruno requires collecting all illustrations, changing his opening demo appearance. Detective Cindy from Dynamite Ducat 1 appears by synthesizing Detective Element. The guide also covers the bonus 100-person Coulamite mode, a time attack challenge with limited recovery items and tougher enemies. Players can submit video recordings of their gameplay for a chance to win a special jumper. Target times are listed for the casino, restaurant, and kitchen stages. Here, the restaurant stage is set in a sushi restaurant, with more enemies and weapon items. This Dreamcast strategy guide details enemy encounters in the 100-man Coulamite mode. Players face waves of enemies, starting with basic minions and progressing to more challenging foes. Early encounters involve minions with arrows, handguns, and ninjas wielding swords. Handguns are crucial for later battles. The guide emphasizes strategic weapon usage, advising players to collect and save powerful weapons like axes and machine guns. Specific strategies are outlined for enemy types like the pirate couple, requiring handgun fire, and the cock boss, which requires axe attacks. Players should utilize the environment, like tables, for tactical advantage. Later waves introduce tougher opponents, like machine gunners, the Bermuda tribe, and bazooka-wielding enemies. The guide provides advice on dealing with multiple enemies, including tactics for the final battles against Pedro and Ulf Hongao. Stage 3 of the Caribbean set escape mission details a shipboard escape and a boss battle against Kraken. The stage features cutscenes that increase tension, hinting at the fate of Caroline. Scene 1 involves upgraded enemies with machine guns. Players must use kick combos and watch for rear attacks. Scene 2 requires strategic use of the environment and weapons, including a caution about a bike. Scene 3 emphasizes weapon scavenging, particularly anti-ship missiles. The Kraken boss fight has multiple phases. Machine guns are highly effective, the water cannon is dangerous, and a handgun can be used to defeat small octopuses to find a special item. Mission Stage 4, Island, pits players against the Bermuda tribe, known for splitting into clones. Follow-up attacks are key to managing them. Scene 1 involves grilling swordfish for significant health recovery. Eat both heads for maximum benefit. Scene 2 details the clone attack. Utilize follow-up attacks, especially with characters like Jigen and Eddie. Health. High Bermuda tribe members with dual swords appear later. Use the machine gun. Continuous combat success recovers health, up to 3 times. Scene 3, similar to Mission 1, is item rich. Search around treasure chests for items. Beware of adding High Bermuda tribe members with machine guns if you fail in the stage. Scene 4 features cannons, which can become weapons but are dangerous if used by enemies. The boss, Pedro the Boo, from the sub-story, utilizes an axe but is vulnerable while getting up. Repeatedly kick him during this phase for an easy victory. Next week's guide will cover Wolf Hongao. This guide excerpt from the Dreamcast Complete Guide provides strategies for the action RPG, Elemental Gimmick Gear, EGG. 2 new courses, Leisureland and EGG Race, have been added. Leisureland's final course requires 2500 Gabaro and offers an E-tank for scoring 400+ points. The strategy involves utilizing spin dash and wire arm for point collection in the first and third rooms. EGG Race's final Crazy or Deadly course rewards a sub-tank for scoring 350+ points. The key is precise line taking and efficient maneuvers. Immediately run straight at the start to avoid the burn. A hairpin zone requires reducing time loss. An iron bone shortcut is available. The article also lists item abbreviations like E-tank. This guide outlines a strategy for progressing through the Foguna area. Key steps involve obtaining specific items, including M and D capsules, and utilizing new abilities gained from Geo and Plasma Stones. The player starts by obtaining the 1M capsule on Foguna 1F. They should use Plasma Field to activate an elevator on Foguna 2F, and then obtain 2 more M capsules, located on Foguna 2F. Geoquake is used to open hidden rooms and pathways, particularly to obtain the M capsule. Plasma Stones are used for anti-air attacks and powering devices, such as restarting elevators. The guide emphasizes the importance of managing elemental stock for Geoquake and Plasma Field. Successfully completing these steps increases the player's mind level, improving elemental capacity and combat capabilities. This strategy guide details how to navigate Foguna 2F, utilizing spin dash techniques to overcome traps and enemies, and acquire capsules. The level involves rotating gears to manipulate plates for progression, exemplified in Map A's gear puzzle used to get Capsule A. Capsule M is also obtainable after breaking a block. Color-coded plates in Map B require a specific order to traverse: blue, green, red, red. The guide also introduces the Junkman enemy, which is essentially indestructible and best avoided. Detailed instructions on how to move between maps, AG, and the correct gear sequences are provided for successful completion. This guide details strategies for specific maps in a game, focusing on trap mechanics and spin dash challenges. Map C involves throwing blocks to hit moving switches. The player must time throws accurately, especially for the second and third switches, which move faster. Map C also contains a hidden hint, a color pattern on the moving floor, referencing a mechanic from another map. Map F utilizes springs to replenish energy, crucial for spin dash sections ahead. Players are encouraged to use all available energy and return to the springs if needed. Map G emphasizes precise spin dash control. Avoiding contact with the gate sides is essential for successfully navigating the level. Leon finds himself on Tentacle Road in Fanya 2F, a path created by a giant tentacle. He must navigate this treacherous route, plagued by disgusting creatures, to reach Moon Inlet. Along the way, fragments of memories surface, revealing Leon's 5,000-year slumber. He can use Rafflesia to move between areas and return to the path. New enemies, Lori, Anemonetta, and Tornette, populate the path. Bob's temporary shop in the swamp sells Superstock, essential for maximizing EP and elements. At Moon Inlet, the elevator to the seabed plant is inactive. Leon must activate it by rotating a gear with Beta. Before proceeding, he finds a D capsule. New enemy Buckler appears. Unsettled, Leon proceeds, with questions about the giant weapons and unseen enemies. This text details the story of Lance Smitzer, an EGG fighter, and his connection to the death of his father. Lance's father was defeated and killed by Baptiste Gala, the Eye Patch Man. Years later, Lance becomes an EGG fighter, driven by revenge. He trains with Chain Shi, an A-class fighter. Chain later disappears, seeking out Baptiste to learn his fighting techniques. Baptiste, despite his reluctance, trains her before dying. Chain, now skilled, enters a tournament and faces Lance under the guise of Fighter Jean. During their climactic battle, Chain uses Baptiste's forbidden technique, and Lance ultimately defeats her, killing her in the process. Lance is left to contemplate her motivations and his loss. This story explores the events surrounding the cursed sword, Soul Edge. The gods of Olympus, threatened by its power, sought its destruction, sending their servants, including Hephaestus and Saphidia, to intervene. Ares, the war god, saw potential in controlling Soul Edge for his own belligerent purposes, even though he acknowledged its destructive capability. Ares planned to manipulate humanity through the Phigul Sestimus cult, who preached a doomsday philosophy of destruction and rebirth. The cult, led by around 40 priests, facilitated Ares' influence on Earth. The story also introduces Astaroth, a golem created by the high priest Kunpayetku, and his acquisition of Soul Edge. The true form of Soul Calibur, the protective sword, is wielded by Shenhua. Soul Calibur, released for Dreamcast by Namco, is a 3D weapon fighting game. In the 16th century, a cult experienced a major shift. Kun Petku, a senior shrine officer, became the Great Shrine Officer by performing a ritual and becoming the executor, Valgia. However, this was a manipulation by Ares, who sought to control Soul Edge. Valgia and Ares instructed Kunpetku to create stronger soldiers than the Lizardmen, revealing the power of Soul Edge was needed to end the world. Kunpetku, through divine revelation, created the Astaroth, powerful golems designed to acquire Soul Edge. Astaroth, a character from Soul Calibur, is a golem created by Kunpetur, who sought to forge a new warrior. Inspired by a divine revelation and utilizing techniques involving golems and modified humans, Kunpetur's creation was viewed as incomplete by the god Ares. Ares manipulated Astaroth, merging him with a soul and using data from a previous battle to strengthen him. This possessed Astaroth, unknown even to his creator, was resurrected and sought out Nightmare, Maxi, Xianghua, and Kilik. Astaroth wields the Kurutuesu, a giant axe, a weapon of immense size and destructive power, capable of crushing steel armor. Only Astaroth's superhuman strength allows him to wield it effectively. Astaroth is a character in Soul Calibur known for overwhelming destructive power, a large frame, and slow but powerful attacks. His signature throw, Marufa Dia, leads to damaging follow-ups. Astaroth also nullifies guard impacts with unblockable techniques and throws. He boasts the strongest ring-out ability, primarily pushing opponents towards the edge. Tackles are used to push opponents backward, and when combined with throws near the ring edge, Astaroth can pressure opponents for ring-outs. This makes him a technically demanding character. However, his slow startup can be exploited with faster attacks. Namco's VS Development Department is providing exclusive behind-the-scenes information on the upcoming Dreamcast version of Soul Calibur. This issue reveals top-secret materials, including design sketches of Seong Mina, available as a reader present, and an arcade pamphlet. A development diary entry by Namco's Benjamin Tanaka highlights the game's intensive development, with a special focus on the creation of Astaroth. Designer Konishi discusses Astaroth's design process, emphasizing his role as a powerful villain. The article also solicits reader submissions for cosplay photos, support messages, and color illustrations related to Soul Calibur, offering a CG illustration as a reward for published entries. The deadline for entries is the end of June, and the address for submissions is provided. This advertisement promotes trading cards and merchandise for the game Kita-e Northward. The cards feature character illustrations and are part of the Suzuran Friends Association. There are 179 regular card types, with 7 cards randomly included in each pack, and a binder with a special card is also available. Special cards can be obtained through application tickets. Preview packs and event-limited cards were also offered, including a TGS 99 Spring commemorative card. A guidebook for Big Run Hokkaido 99 is also available, which includes special trading cards. The ad encourages trading with other fans and mentions a Dreamcast communication function for finding trading partners. The Suzuran Friends Association is also seeking fan contributions like illustrations, messages, and hot spring stories. This article from a Japanese magazine showcases reader submissions for Dead or Alive 2, featuring fan artwork and commentary from Team Ninja developers. The Danger Zone section highlights submissions previously unpublishable due to space constraints, with comments from the developers, including producer Tomonobu Itagaki and design coordinator Hiroaki Matsui. The developers discuss the art, character design, and potential merchandise, such as key holders and figures. They also touch on the game's character design, with discussion of breast sizes. The article gives insight into the development process, showing appreciation for fan submissions. Background art for outdoor levels involves photographs pasted into the game. This interview from a Japanese gaming magazine features Dead or Alive 2 developers Itagaki Tomonobu and Matsui Hiroki discussing fan feedback and character design. They address requests for Elena's death screams, hinting at technical limitations and potential CG movie endings. They also discuss fan art submissions, praising specific illustrations of Kasumi and Jan Lee. They highlight the importance of character proportions and the challenge of balancing male and female character designs, including discussions about the visibility of female characters' clothing. The Adidas Diary column reveals the game's progress, including motion capture and the near completion of the ending song. The developers also discuss the origins of a potential win pose based on motion capture sessions. The magazine encourages fan submissions for illustrations, opinions, and participation in a character popularity poll. This gaming magazine article previews World Neverland plus Olroyd Kingdom stories, focusing on the theme of work. The article highlights the IM Cultivation Farm, a mysterious location where the Imperial Guard cultivates IM trees. The game features 4 labor organizations: Pete, Julius, Ban, and the Imperial Guard, each with specific workshops and tasks, like cultivating Chai, raising Moto, and breeding Kai. The article includes a 4-panel manga illustrating basic labor activities, with accompanying sound effects and work points. The article also notes that character appearances, including costumes and hairstyles, vary by org, with 3 cute options especially for female characters. This manga magazine page details submissions for 4-panel manga related to Old Lord Kingdom. It features an artist introduction for Mr. Garapan. The submission guidelines specify dimensions and format, emphasizing vertical text, color, and appropriate frame lines. The theme is work within the game, focusing on collecting resources and earning currency. Submissions must include postal information and title, mailed to SoftBank Publishing. The magazine includes a sample 4, working too much, depicting a character's exhaustion after excessive work. The final panel shows the boy has lost all his gains. The page concludes with cautions about manuscript ownership and non-return policies. This promotional page, styled as a magazine article, introduces the Mega Drive version of Sega's Rent-A-Hero. It highlights the game's unique B-class action RPG gameplay, where the protagonist rents combat armor from Sega to solve quests, balancing heroic duties with rental fees. The article emphasizes a parody-filled worldview and a compelling storyline that evolves from simple errands to a dramatic narrative with humorous puns. The game features an 8-megabit cartridge, a memorable opening scene, and an arranged theme song. The page includes reader comments expressing enthusiasm, nostalgia, and a strong desire for a Dreamcast version, along with an absolute purchase declaration campaign encouraging fans to pledge support for a potential remake. In Rent-A-Hero, players become Rent-A-Heroes, individuals who rent combat armor from Sega, a company that dispatches them for various jobs. The gameplay follows a cycle. Receive a job request from Sega, meet with the client to understand the task, complete the job using commands like negotiate, talk, investigate, and search. Receive a reward and pay the armor rental fee. This creates a capitalist structure where players earn money but must consistently work to afford the rental. Despite not having equipment upgrades in the traditional sense, the game offers a unique RPG experience, with jobs ranging from errands to requests from the police. The game also has a dedicated fan base who are encouraged to create content and engage in community events. This manga page introduces characters from Evolution, the World of Sacred Device, RPG Mag Launcher. A 16-year-old energetic boy, aspiring to be an adventurer like his father, is the primary protagonist. He is accompanied by Linear Cannon, a mysterious guide with the ability to create plants, and Chain Gun, a competitive 15-year-old girl from a rival family who secretly worries about Mag. Pepperbox, a self-proclaimed treasure hunting guide of ambiguous age, completes the core group. The page depicts a battle scenario, with dialogue hinting at developing relationships and unexpected events, including a siren's influence and the sudden appearance of an adventurer. The final panels show a parlay in the middle of a battle, seemingly driven by Pepperbox's confidence. This text introduces the Sengoku T-Urbi page, focusing on its essence and longevity through a reflective piece comparing childhood and present selves. It announces the return of a Turb Goods corner, presenting ideas for Turb-themed bath salts and a lantern featuring a character's nightmare, alongside a character mask concept. The text also highlights an illustration contest featuring diverse artwork and a new Turbkun character. A My Dream segment begins a serialization of scary dreams, with the first installment, The Thrill of the Concrete Man. Finally, it includes submission guidelines for various corners, including illustrations and fan ideas, with a tiered ranking system for contributors and a bear plush toy prize. Contact and address for submissions are provided. This preview from a strategy guide for the Dreamcast version of Cybertroopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram focuses on close combat maneuvering strategies in version 5.4. Lesson 2 explains how to initiate, defend, and evade attacks, emphasizing the interconnectedness of these 3 points. A significant change in 5.4 prevents crouching close-range attacks using the left turbo button, forcing players to adapt. The guide highlights quick-step close-range cancels and a crouching close-range attack technique for execution. Specific machine strategies are introduced, including the importance of double lock-on range and the effective use of crouching CW attacks, particularly for Raiden. Affirmed B players are encouraged to utilize quick steps due to the weakness of crouching attacks in double lock-on range. This Dengeki PlayStation article previews strategies for the Cybertroopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram DC version. It focuses on close combat tactics for 4 Virtualoids: Raiden, Spesinef, Greisbach, and A-Farmed S. Raiden's reliable close-range attack is CW Laser, cancelled with forward dash. Spesinef utilizes quick-step proximity attacks and guard reversal LW. Greisbach, with short reach, benefits from forward-sliding RW, or aerial forward-RW, disengaging with aerial forward-LW napalm. A-Farmed S should use normal proximity CW, and guard reversal proximity LW, disengaging with aerial horizontal-LW. Weapon abbreviations are LW, left trigger, CW, both triggers, and RW, right trigger. This document provides gameplay tips for 4 Cybertrooper mecha in a virtual arena combat environment. Temujin, Affirmed B, Valbados, and Cypher. Temujin excels at medium to long-range combat, utilizing quick steps, beam sword reach, and long double lock-on distance with CW. Affirmed B focuses on closing the distance with CW and employing quick steps and tonfa attacks for close combat. Valbados has a wide attack range with normal close range RW and employs air dash RW and LW for both offense and defense. Cypher, with a longsword reach, benefits from quick-step close-range attacks and guard reversal LW. The document emphasizes utilizing weapon ranges LW, CW, RW effectively, managing distance, and reacting to opponent movements for each mecha. This document provides strategy tips for the Cybertroopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram version 5.4 DC. It details strategies for 4 specific virtual robots: Angelon, Feiyen K, Azim, and Dordre. Angelon benefits from close-range combat and turbo RW attacks. Feiyen KN utilizes its long CW range for approach and counterattacks. Azim should avoid close combat if possible, relying on quick-step attacks and LW combos while disengaging with aerial dashes. Dordre should utilize guard reverse close-range attacks, but be ready to guard cancel due to its slow quick-step movement. Disengage against long-reach opponents using specific dash attacks. This advertisement promotes the Cybertroopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram official sound data DNA side music CD, released on July 16, 1999, after a year and a half of anticipation. The CD, distributed by Pony Canyon, costs 2,100 yen, including tax, and features 31 tracks, including PBS, Transition 99 Oratorio Tangram, and Shuffle the Kismet. The DNA side CD offers a special, limited edition with a 6-piece sticker set. The music is categorized as DNA side 1P, with a poppy and gorgeous feel. The game's soundtrack for the sequel, Oratorio Tangram, was highly anticipated, following the success of the original Virtual On soundtrack. The composer mentions difficulties in matching music with certain characters, but describes this CD as being more adventurous than past works. The Virtual On Oratorio Tangram official sound data, comprising 2 albums, DNA and RNA, is being released on July 16, 1999, by Marvelous Entertainment and distributed by Pony Canyon. Each album costs 2,100 yen, tax included, and offers unique music. DNA features bright, upbeat melodies, while RNA offers minor tone tracks. Both albums, totaling approximately 60 minutes each, include songs not heard in the game, with RNA offering a first edition limited bonus sticker set of 6. The music, composed by Kentaro Kobayashi, aims to enhance the virtual Arion experience. Fans can listen to the albums while imagining piloting their favorite mecha. Beginners are recommended to choose based on musical preference, with DNA being more pop and RNA being more rock. The bonus stickers are limited, so reservations are recommended. Sega is releasing F355 Challenge, an arcade game built on the NAOMI platform. Described as a real simulator, the game is nearing completion, with a targeted release in early July. The development team, led by Suzuki, is incorporating features from the '98 Ferrari F355 Challenge, including an adjustable carbon fiber wing that improves handling. A location test showed a 70% complete version, receiving positive feedback. The game emphasizes data-driven driving and provides players with detailed performance analysis. The F355 Challenge advertisement scene is revealed, exciting players with its cinematic quality. The scene opens in a quiet European town near Ferrari's headquarters in Maranello, Italy, before showcasing the F355's launch and a thrilling battle on the Monza circuit. The advertisement highlights the car's design and engine sound with a powerful, fast-paced sequence. Besides the visuals, the ad also previews the game's assist functions, similar to Daytona USA 2, and displays record times for each course and mode, including rankings, to encourage competition. The advertisement aims to immerse players and build anticipation for the game's release. This advertisement details the datasheet feature of the Sega Naomi arcade game, F355 Challenge. Players can print a datasheet for a coin after each race. The sheet provides detailed driving information, including course diagrams, fastest lap times, section times, RPM, speed, and gear data. allowing for in-depth analysis of driving performance. The ad suggests using these datasheets for improvement by collecting data under consistent conditions, analyzing section times, and comparing driving lines to identify weaknesses. The ad provides an example self-evaluation, highlighting braking errors, poor cornering, shifting issues, and over-revving, demonstrating how the data can pinpoint specific areas for improvement. The sheet's back explains how to interpret the driving line, section times, gear, speed, and engine RPM graphs. This guide outlines the gameplay of the arcade racing game, F355 Challenge. After inserting a coin, players navigate 3 selection screens: Course Select, Level Select, and Mode Select.
Course Select offers 6 famous tracks.
Level Select allows players to choose from Beginner, automatic transmission with assists, Intermediate, semi-automatic with assists, or Advanced, manual transmission, no assists. Finally, Mode Select presents 3 options: Training, Free Run, and Race Mode. Training provides guided driving, Free Run allows exploration, and Race Mode pits players against computer-controlled opponents. The game, known for its realistic controls and course reproductions, was showcased at the Suzuka circuit, drawing attention and excitement from attendees. A promotional giveaway for a signed Ferrari notebook is also mentioned. This page depicts a special feature about game characters in the resin kit and soft vinyl figure world, titled Joy of Three-Dimensional Figures. The page showcases Langrisser vs. the End of Legend. It features Claret, priced at 14,800 yen. It is a 1/6 scale figure, made of resin cast, with a total height of 27.5 centimeters.
For inquiries, contact Unbalance account.
The page also mentions Cyber Troopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram, Temjin. This page showcases game character figures from the Garage Kit and soft vinyl figure world. Garage kits are essentially homemade models, often resin cast and sold by hobbyists, offering figures of niche characters not available from major manufacturers. They're typically more expensive and harder to find than plastic models. The page highlights several figures, including Ramda and Ambalance from Cyber Troopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram, and characters from Langrisser V. Full scratch models of Haruno Kotori and Tanya Lipinski, created by amateur modeler Mr. Sayatorikan, are also featured, with limited availability at events like JAFCON and Wonder Festival Village. Soft vinyl kits, which require less skill than garage kits, are also mentioned as an alternative for those interested in acquiring these figures. This page showcases model kits from Cyber Troopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram and Assault Suits Valken 2. The Virtual On kits, produced by Wave, are 1/144th scale resin cast assembly kits featuring posable joints with polycaps. Featured models include Cypher, 9,800 yen, Temjin, 9,800 yen, Dordre, 15,800 yen, and Fei Yen the Knight, 8,800 yen. Sega's Nobuyuki Ari designed the packaging. The Assault Suits Valken 2 kits are available from Yellow Submarine, also made from resin. These include Valken Commander Type, Valken Mass Production Type, both 5,000 yen, Scorpion, 9,800 yen, Decane Platoon Leader Type, Decane Mass Production Type, both 5,500 yen,
Thearain and Thears Y, both 6,000 yen, all in 1/72nd scale. These are fixed models that can be posed through joint gluing. New releases for the Assault Suits line are planned.
This advertisement showcases various model kits and figures, primarily focusing on the Sakura Wars series. It features the Kubukai mecha models piloted by the Flower Section members, priced at 1,200 yen each, in 1/24th scale. The kits include the mecha body and character figures, with additional figures sold separately. Martian successor Nadesico models like the Estabalis Custom, Reynos Commander Type, and Exas are also advertised. Additionally, an Initial D dress-up parts set is available. The ad explains the difference between model kits, requiring assembly and painting, and completed products, pre-assembled and painted, mentioning the materials used, cast and soft vinyl, and the option of commissioning assembly services. Kits offer a hands-on experience, while completed products provide convenience. This page showcases a collection of garage kit figures, highlighting popular characters in three-dimensional form. Featured series include Tokimeki Memorial, with figures of Shiori Fujisaki and Saki Nijino, available as both kits and completed products. The Berserk line presents Guts in various forms, including the Band of the Hawk era and on horseback. Other series represented are Waku Waku 7, Photogenic, The King of Fighters 98, Sakura Wars, No GL 3, and Eternal Fantasy Song's second album. The page also introduces the Excellent Base Model, a customizable doll designed for creating original figures by combining body parts with separately sold clothing. These figures cater to collectors and enthusiasts seeking to personalize their collections or obtain figures of characters not otherwise available. This page showcases garage kits of female anime characters, including figures from Neon Genesis Evangelion, Roommate Times, Martian Successor Nadesico, Tokimeki Memorial, and Asterisk to Heart is Timesis. The Neon Genesis Evangelion Times figure features Rei Ayanami in a bandaged form with interchangeable parts and accessories. Roommate Times offers Ryoko Inoue in various poses and hair colors. Martian Successor Nadesico presents Ruri Hoshino in TV series and movie versions, and also a morning dress. Tokimeki Memorial features Saki Nijino and Shiori Fujisaki. To Heart Times offers Akari Kamigishi and Multi-Kana as action figures. The page also advertises various hobby events like Wonder Festival, JAFCON, and others, where garage kits can be purchased. Takashi Murakami is a contemporary artist known for blending subculture icons, like anime, with high art. After earning his doctorate in Japanese painting and lecturing at Tokyo University of the Arts, he became active in New York and a visiting professor at UCLA. His work gained international recognition with a solo exhibition at BLUM and POE in 1998. Murakami's artistic journey led him to embrace anime and character-driven art, realizing their significance to his honest self while in New York. He distinguishes his authentic approach from artists capitalizing on Japanimation trends, emphasizing the importance of self-expression within the art world. Murakami's embrace of otaku culture is reflected in his exhibitions and wider recognition. This interview with Takashi Murakami explores his artistic journey, particularly his relationship with Japanese otaku culture, and its reception in both Japan and the American art world. Murakami initially distanced himself from otaku culture, but found his work, especially figures like Hiropon, gaining attention. While Hiropon was a hit in America, it was largely ignored in Japan. He attributes this to cultural differences, explaining that American audiences appreciated the unique blend of sexuality and artistic innovation in his work, while Japanese otaku weren't as receptive. He sees his role as an artist as bridging fine art and commercial art, taking advantage of his Japanese identity. He also discusses the concept of pop art and how it differs from American and British pop, emphasizing the need to create a new context for it in Japan, which is something he is trying to achieve by using otaku culture. This page depicts a promotional advertisement for the Sega Genesis Chapter 3 console in a Japanese magazine. Planned feature. It's not really related to the Dreamcast, but we took a page for it. Composition and text. Shinkuro Ida, freelance writer. Counterattack of the 16-bit machine. Seeking the way of television games of the past. Let's learn something new. The home video game console, Genesis Chapter 3, had been sold exclusively at Toys R Us in America since last year. This is something that can be called the final form of the 16-bit home video game console, Mega Drive, that Sega released in the late 1980s. Its appeal is its small body, smaller than it appears in the picture above. Of course, it was not released in Japan, but this time, Messe-san O of Akihabara, Tokyo, has purchased it and started selling it for 7,980 yen. So since we have this opportunity, we thought it would be interesting to look back and ask, what the heck is the Mega Drive? And we took this page. The Mega Drive, released by Sega in 1988, was the first 16-bit home console, boasting impressive performance for its time. Despite initially lacking sufficient software and facing competition from Nintendo's Famicom, it gained a dedicated following. The console's specifications included a 68,000 CPU and a Z80A sound processor, supporting up to 512 colors, and a resolution of 320 by 224. Key milestones included the release of the Mega CD in 1991, and popular games like Sonic the Hedgehog. However, the arrival of 32-bit consoles led to the Mega Drive's decline, with domestic sales ceasing in 1995. Despite its eventual obsolescence, the Mega Drive and its dedicated community left a lasting impression on the gaming landscape. This text explores the Sega Mega Drive, focusing on its game library and technical achievements. The page showcases screenshots from titles like Sonic the Hedgehog, Phantasy Star, and Panorama Cotton, highlighting their unique qualities. It discusses the Mega Drive's transition to 16-bit technology and its initial success in replicating arcade experiences, such as Juuki. Limitations in ROM capacity led to adaptations and distinct Mega Drive versions, differentiating them from arcade counterparts. The text also mentions the development and porting of games like Rent a Hero and Daima Kaimura, along with insights from developers about the system's capabilities and the challenges of porting games. Notably, the text describes the game Panorama Cotton and its interesting approach to 3D, and also highlights developers' desires for the Mega Drive. The overall assessment is that the Mega Drive stood out due to its game selection, its ability to adapt arcade classics, and its unique titles. This page focuses on Sega Mega Drive software, including some hard-to-find titles, and highlights the console's unique appeal. It emphasizes how the Mega Drive, avoiding mainstream trends, cultivated a dedicated fanbase with its high-quality, distinct action games like the Super Shinobi, Jewel Master, and Gunstar Heroes. The article showcases bizarre and cult classics like McDonald's Treasureland Adventure and Silver Tooth, known for their humor and unconventional gameplay. Silver Tooth is described as a fighting game where you just keep inserting coins and the character cannot even jump. The text then discusses Sword of Sodan, a gruesome, sluggish action game with a bizarre addictive quality. It also highlights the console's legacy for embracing unusual and flawed games that still offered merit and provided the player with a unique experience. The article seeks to share these lesser-known titles and their lasting impact on gaming enthusiasts. The article discusses the resurgence of interest in the Sega Mega Drive, Genesis, particularly focusing on the availability of the Genesis Chapter 3 console and the rising prices of used game cartridges. It highlights the continued sales of Genesis consoles and software in the U.S., even after the console's main lifespan. The article explores the challenges of acquiring games, recommending secondhand stores in areas like Akihabara and local toy stores, as well as online networks. The article also analyzes factors driving up the prices of used games, such as rarity, collector demand, the treasure boom, and the reluctance of owners to sell. The example of Comic Zone illustrates the dramatic price increases over time. Kazuyuki Inigo, a consumer goods purchasing manager at Messe Sano, discusses the enduring appeal of the Sega Mega Drive. He notes the console's continued, albeit niche, popularity, highlighting the availability of hardware like the Nomad CDX, Super 32X, and Megajet, along with some included games. While acknowledging the dated hardware, Inigo believes the Mega Drive allows fans to revisit a time when home consoles lagged behind arcade experiences. He also cautions against the prevalence of pirated software, a significant issue, especially from overseas. He urges for user awareness regarding the negative impacts of illegal software, and concludes by encouraging players to appreciate the value of genuine Mega Drive games while acknowledging the realities of the market, suggesting a potential link between the Mega Drive's success and the Dreamcast. Capcom's magazine ad announces the Street Fighter II Third Strike original soundtrack, releasing July 7th, with 33 tracks and a bonus CD. The ad also mentions the upcoming releases of Biohazard Code Veronica and Biohazard 3 Last Escape, with zombie appearances causing internal labor concerns, including long hours and low wages. The final section discusses Monster Night Tales, focusing on the concept of being eaten in love, comparing it to modern meat relationships. It explores how pornography caters to abnormal sexual desires, emphasizing escapism and transgression rather than realistic depictions of sex. Sega Saturn Magazine's July 2, 1999, issue previewed upcoming games and sales data. The user data top 5 inches for anticipated releases showed WAZWAZZ, Elf, Sonic 3D Flicky's Island, Sega, with Yu Mitsumeti Tai, NEC Interchannel, Real Sound 2 Haruka no Orgel, Warp, and Monster Maker Holy Dagger, NEC Interchannel, as the most anticipated. Shop sales were led by Derby Stallion, ASC2, followed by Friends Youthful Radiance, NEC Interchannel, and Dungeons & Dragons Collection, Capcom. The magazine also listed upcoming release dates, including Pro Shihan Mahjong Hei, with Yu Mitsumete Tai, and Street Fighter 03, standalone and RAM bundled versions. Data was collected from reader surveys and retail sales from May 31st to June 6th, and also included notes on genre, RAM requirements, and CD counts. Quote, This Japanese magazine page details a Sega Saturn game ranking based on reader polls. The Reader's Poll Race ranks games monthly, using reader votes and comments to determine an average score. The ranking, updated in real time, covers 1,147 games. As of June 18th, the top-ranked game is Mobile Suit Gundam Nadesico, The Blank of 3 Years, with EV Burst Error and Grandia following closely behind. The magazine encourages reader participation by submitting votes and comments to influence future rankings. This Japanese gaming magazine showcases Sega Saturn game reviews, featuring both new releases and a reader-voted ranking of the top titles. Recent reviews include G-Vector, Shooter, with mixed scores, Breakpoint, Tennis, deemed boring, and Voice Fantasia, Adventure, criticized for voice acting focus. Another segment introduces reader-ranked games, including a board game, Game in Youth, and puzzle games like SQ Soundcube. The ranking reveals the top games from 301st to 428th place, covering various genres, with each game receiving a total votes average score. The magazine encourages readers to continue voting. This document is a Sega Saturn software odds chart, specifically Section C, listing software titles ranked from 427 to 553, based on an average total wipeout rate. The chart includes the rank, previous rank, software title, genre, and the average total wipeout rate. The listed games span various genres, including action, adventure, strategy, simulation, sports, role-playing, racing, puzzle, shooting, and tabletop. Many titles are listed as etc., meaning etc. Several titles are marked for mature audiences, 18+. The Sega Saturn reader race is nearing its final round, with the final decision for cumulative votes coming soon. Readers are encouraged to submit their votes. The article details a prediction game tied to the race, where participants guess the arrival order of Street Fighter 03 Saikyoryu Dojo and the score of Buggy Heat for a chance to win software. Predictions for these games are provided. The article also announces winners from previous prediction games and a special present, a Dreamcast arcade stick and visual memory, which will be given by lottery to 5 applicants. Details on how to enter and the final results can be found in the mentioned pages within the magazine. Arcade Express Volume 53 announces the release of Street Fighter EX2 Plus, a 3D fighting game for 2 players, developed by Capcom and Arika. This installment introduces 3 new characters: Area, a young inventor using her father's creations; Volcano Rosso, a revenge-driven fighter; and Sagat, the Muay Thai Emperor. EX2 PLSS builds upon the Street Fighter EX series, featuring familiar characters in 3D with new gameplay elements, including meteor combos. The operating period is undecided. The screenshots are from a game under development. Street Fighter EX2 PLOS introduces new gameplay mechanics. Super Cancel allows players to cancel special moves with super combos, and even super combos with other super combos. The Meteo Combo, a powerful finishing move, uses the entire super combo gauge for a visually stunning and devastating attack. Excel lets players chain together unique combos by pressing strong punch and kick, while Guard Break allows players to break an opponent's guard by pressing strong punch and kick simultaneously, leaving them vulnerable. The game is not just a remake, but a rebuilt version with new characters like Area, Rosso, Sagat, and 3 revived characters. And the Meteo Combo is a new element to the game that will make it even more competitive. The Neo Geo Pocket Color is getting new software, including fighting, sports, and puzzle games. Currently available is Samurai Spirits 2 inches by SNK, a fighting game featuring card collection for character customization and battles with 16 boss characters. Coming soon are Magical Drop Pocket by Data East, Puzzle June 24th release, Big Tournament Golf, and Shanghai Mini, both by SNK. Sports and Puzzle, July 29th release. Emperor Yuga is also a playable character via a specific button combination. Iori Yagami Live. Alone, a solo stage play featuring the KOF character Iori Yagami, is currently on sale with performances in Tokyo and Osaka on July 24th and 25th. SNK's fighting game, Samurai Spirits 2, Asura Zanmaden, is being adapted into a 2-volume OVA, titled OVA Samurai Spirits 2, Volume 1, is scheduled for release on June 25th, with Enix producing and distributing, and Pioneer LDC handling sales. Each 30-minute volume will cost 6,000 yen, excluding tax, and be available on cell and rental video formats. The OVA is directed by Kazuhiro Sasaki, with a screenplay by Masashi Takimoto. The animation is by Anoshi Productions. The OVA features familiar characters like Haomaru, Nakoru, Rimuru, Galford, and Genjuro Kibagami, with new characters like Iroha and Asura woven into a new story. The story involves Iroha's fear of a looming threat after the defeat of the dark god Yuga. Haomaru is living with Nakoru. Nakoru struggles with protecting Iroha. Galford seeks justice and tries to eliminate Iroha. This page depicts Mitsuya Yuko. Quote, "From the top of the leaf's head, sparkling, down to the tip of the nail, will you look?" Her personal data. Her name is Mitsuya Yuko, born on November 8, 1984, in Saitama Prefecture. She is 14 years old, blood type O. Her measurements are T164, B86, W59, H86. Her hobbies are cooking and classical ballet. Her career includes TV, NTV's Neketsu Renai Do, Passionate Love Road. For CF, Kanebo's Naive.
Sony Records Like a Long Sigh, the brilliant green new single.
Videos. Baby Kiss from Take Shobo Publishing. Final Beauty from Take Shobo Publishing. Pure Girl Duo from Pony Canyon. Yuko no Kuni. Yuko's Country from Eichi Publishing. Books. Baby Kiss from Take Shobo Publishing. Pure Girl Duo from Fusosha Publishing. Zinnia from Eichi Publishing. Kanako Mitsuyatani, known for Kanebo's Naive CF, discusses her budding career and personal interests. She recalls her initial nervousness filming the CF with George Tokoro and Sumiko Sakagami.
She's always wanted to be in the entertainment industry, starting ballet at a young age. Now in her third year of junior high, she enjoys home economics and science, though her baking skills need improvement. Despite her cute appearance, she claims to have never been confessed to, but would appreciate cookies as a gift. She enjoys quiet dates in parks or by the sea. Her current obsession is peach yogurt. She also shares a hair clip as a reader's present. She will star in a TBS drama series, playing a student. She also stars in P.S. Genki Desu, Shunpei, which is already being checked out by many girls. GM, number 3, a 152-page magazine priced at 980 yen, is selling well. This issue features an interview with Masaki Tsukada about the history of game media. It explores the creation and success of popular game characters, like Pokemon, examining the character business's current trends. The magazine also delves into the struggles of game developers aiming for game development utopia and the creator spirit driving them. Special sections include coverage of Saturn, Silent Hill, and game industry books. The GM Recommend section lists various game titles across different platforms. Published by SoftBank Publishing Company, Limited. The magazine is available at bookstores and through direct order with contact information provided. This is Hakozaki Mama's weekly Dreamcastrology horoscope, running from June 18th to 24th. Each sign offers insights into money, health, love, and work luck, indicated by red, excellent, green, normal, and blue, lacking. Aries, rising money luck, focus on health. Taurus, careful spending and health. Gemini, avoid overspending, take work slowly. Cancer, embrace hobbies. Leo, save money, address anxiety. Virgo, stay connected with others.
Libra, check finances, watch upper body. Scorpio, avoid cheating. Sagittarius, avoid gambling and check work. Capricorn, finances improving, don't go against the flow. Aquarius, money comes in when in trouble. Pisces, think about the future. Each sign also includes specific advice and insights for both men and women. Dreamcast Magazine is offering readers gifts and previewing its next issue. Readers can win Dreamcast software, 20 winners, titles released before July 2nd, 99, a Dreamcast money box, electric tea pickles, or a Langrisser Millennium postcard set by entering a lottery via postcard with questionnaire answers. Winners of previous giveaways are listed. The next issue, on sale June 25th, will feature the Dreamcast price reduction to 19,900 yen, a software and peripherals catalog, a technique encyclopedia, and a Seaman Forbidden Pet project, among other special features, news, and strategy guides. Buggy Heat is an off-road buggy racing simulator for the Dreamcast, promising a realistic and thrilling experience. Featuring immersive visuals, controls, and first-person perspective driving motions, the game aims to replicate the wild behavior of off-road vehicles. It includes a driver training function with AI opponents that learn from player techniques, alongside internet support for AI data exchange and time attack events. To celebrate the launch, a giveaway campaign offers Buggy Heat branded t-shirts, caps, and QUO cards through a lottery. The game, priced at 5,800 yen, excluding tax, supports up to 12 players and various Dreamcast accessories. The advertisement also mentions the related game Aero Dancing, featuring Blue Impulse. This page is an advertisement. Attention! Dreamcast will be priced at 19,900 yen, starting from June 24th. Masterpieces are now available for only 1,990 yen. Campaign period, June 24th, Thursday, to July 31st, Saturday. For a limited time only, recommended Dreamcast software from Sega is being sold for an amazing price of 1,990 yen. Whether you are planning to buy a Dreamcast or already own one, please don't miss this opportunity. It's quite a bargain campaign. The advertised games include Virtua Fighter 3TB, Sonic Adventure, Godzilla Generations, July, and Pen Pen Triathlon.
Furthermore, there's the Fenrir Zanmai Part 1 watch.
What's Shenmue? Video. Present campaign. Campaign period, June 24th, Thursday, to July 31st, Saturday. During this period, the first 100,000 customers who purchase a Dreamcast console or software at a store will receive a Shenmue video that lets you experience the world of Shenmue. Please note that quantities are limited, and the campaign will end as soon as the products run out.
The speech bubble says, I see.
This is from Weekly Dreamcast Magazine, published on July 2, 1999. It was edited by Mitsugu Okazaki and published by Toru Maeda of SoftBank Publishing Company, Limited. It's associated with Giant Graham and priced at 420 yen, with the main body costing 400 yen. The magazine number is 264,217 halves.